Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and one of the most common questions I get on my streams and anytime I play PokeMMO is, hey Patrouski, when are you gonna finally finish your Pokedex? You know, you're only at 462 caught OT out of 603. You've been playing this game for, you know, how long? 6,000 or so hours? 6,000 hours and no Pokedex completion? Keck W, Omega Lol. You guys know the drill. You guys know how Twitch chat can be. So today is finally a day where I will at least work towards progress on completing that Pokedex. I might even be able to complete the Kanto Pokedex just in today's video. Now, I'm not going to lie, a lot of completing this Pokedex is just going to be getting the base form of the Pokemon in my OT form and just evolving them and gaining XP. A lot of this is just going to be XP training, but there is a really optimal way to do this, and I'm going to show you guys that here today. So if you're someone who's in a similar spot to me and you want to work towards Pokedex completion, hopefully this video can actually help you out on how to do it efficiently. So first things first, Charizard actually makes a really good example for me. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. If I already have an OT caught Charmander, all that I have to do is buy a Charmander and buy a breeder for him off the GTL, rebreed them into a Charmander, and since I already have it caught OT, it will come out my OT, and then once I have that, I can just go ahead and XP train it up to a Charizard. So all I gotta do is breed a quick Charmander. And I'm essentially going to be doing that for a couple different Pokemon. I'm going to be prepping a bunch of bred Pokemon to put into my box 1, and then I'll pop an XP Charm and do an hour or so of actual XP training. Now, I could just grab any cheap Charmander on the GTL and any cheap Ditto and just kind of get the breed done with, but in my opinion, it's a lot more fun if we actually try to make something of it. So I'm going to buy this Charmander with pretty good stats for the price at around 6k for this. I'll also grab a nice Ditto. 18k is a little more than I wanted to pay for this Ditto, but honestly, it also has 20 attack, and being able to high roll that and have a mixed Charizard, you know what? I'll happily take that. This breed's honestly costing me quite a bit of Pokeyen, but honestly, I don't even care. This is very much a for fun video. Next up, I need a Metapod or Caterpie to evolve into Butterfree, which should be really quick and is only level 10. Now, in my luck, it seems like a Butterfree Alpha actually just happened, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and do an Alpha breed. 30k for this incredibly IV'd Butterfree, and all it needs is nature. I couldn't ask for anything better. And I even found a super cheap perfect breeder for it at only 32k. That was incredible. Wow, the funniest thing about this breed, I don't even have to brace anything on the Butterfree. I just get to let everything roll and just Everstone the modest nature on the Drapion. This is a really cool breed to look at. Always make sure to not be a goofball and put your flame body Pokemon in the lead of your party, unlike I did for the first bit of that egg. Next up, we need a Beedrill as well. Gonna pick up this super nice Kakuna for 5k. Found a matching Ditto for him for only 10k, which is really cheap. Our Charmander hatched, we can go ahead and check that. It came out Hasty Nature, which is honestly, you know, I'm not too upset about it. Didn't get that high roll on the attack, but this is a really cool Charmander. Let's go ahead and throw him in box 1 and we'll level him up later. Now remember, if you're just trying to complete your Pokedex, you definitely don't have to make good IV breeds like I'm doing. This definitely adds a lot of complication to it, but it also makes things a lot more interesting and a lot more fun in my opinion. We've got 2 eggs hatching, Charmander in the PC. Let's move on to the next Pokemon. So you basically just go down your list until you see a blue squared Pokemon. Next up is Pidgeotto. Now to spice things up for the Pidgeot entry, I'm going to go ahead and go catch a wild Pidgeotto. Okay, here I am catching the Pidgeotto, hoping for decent IVs. 2 Pokeballs, easy peasy. Adamant Nature, that's a good sign, but the IVs are trash. That's okay, once again, we literally only bought him just to probably give him an XP candy. I guess we'll save him to level, so we're popping an XP charm anyway, so let's go ahead and get back to breeding. My Weedle and my Caterpie actually both hatched as well. Alright, next up we have Fearow, which is another one that I'm probably just going to go ahead and catch in the wild, since it's a pretty common Pokemon to encounter. Alright, only 2 encounters at Cape Brink, which is on Island 2 in Kanto. Found myself a quick Fearow. Alright, Fearow got caught. Let's check the IVs. Wow, honest. Whoa, 164. That's incredible. We can just go ahead and sell that and make some quick profit. Just to quickly show you guys that Fearow is now caught OT in my Pokedex before I sell it off for profit. And the most comparable listing is a Noctowl that's alpha, but it's alpha plus it has better stats plus it's 2 times 31, so mine's really not comparable. I'm probably just gonna do half of that. It feels crazy to list this thing for only 15k because it's such good IVs, but I think that's just the current state of the economy with how things are. Not that it's super bad, but 1 times 31 green number just isn't as valuable as multi-green number. You know what? That's okay. We'll go ahead and list it off for 15k. Seems kind of crazy, but you know what? There's a lot of flying alpha types egg group out there as well. All right, next up we have Raichu. For this, we simply need a OT Dex Pikachu, and then we just Thunderstone it, right? Yeah, Thunderstone quickly into Raichu. That should be super easy. Now, I could go to the power plant and just go quickly catch a Pikachu, but honestly, I'm feeling lazy on this one. This is probably going to be one of the few ones where I just breed a really terrible no IV Pikachu just to get it done with. Just gonna breed Pikachu with this Sand Hippo, get that breed out of the way, get it pumped out as a Pichu. I will have to evolve that into a Pikachu. Honestly, it's kind of annoying, but not really a big deal. We'll figure it out. And I really want to have some eggs hatching as well, where it feels like I'm actually making progress while I'm catching other Pokemon. I want to always have eggs in my inventory, so I'm doing something alongside hatching wild Pokemon. Okay, next up is actually kind of a weird one for me. I'm going to buy the cheapest ones for this possible just to test it. I don't know if Clefable turns into Clef when it's bred, or if you have to use an actual incense for that. We're going to test because essentially I need an OT Clefable and I need an OT Cleffa. But I have Clefairy. But I have to go catch one maybe. I want to do both in one. Now, I'm really focusing just on Kanto today, but if I'm doing this anyway, I don't really mind doing the baby form. So I'm going to buy a really cheap Clefable. I'm going to buy a really cheap breeder for it and see what it comes out as. Okay, I've got my 2 Pokemon. Let's check with the daycare man and show me, is it a Cleffa? Yeah, it is a Cleffa, and it wouldn't come out my OT. So I'm glad I tested that. That means I do have to go catch a Clefairy in the wild and then breed that down into a Cleffa and then evolve it up to a Clefable. Or I could evolve it up to a Clefable first and then breed it down to a Cleffa. That's probably more efficient. Either way, I do find myself going to have to go catch a wild Clefairy, which I'm just going to go ahead and head over to Mount Moon since it's the area I know the best. Okay, it's taking me so long to find a Clefairy that I'm actually going to go ahead and just pop a normal lure and try to also find a Clefable, since I believe Clefable also has a lure encounter here at Mount Moon, which I double checked in the Pokedex. All right, here we go. We finally got the Clefairy encounter. It's in a double battle, which is funny, but that counts. That's all I need. All right, Clefairy caught. Let's go ahead and check the IVs. Brave Nature, 31 special attack. You know what? It's something. I'll take it. Now, that can actually be instantly evolved via a Moonstone. Do I really not have a single Moonstone? Wow. Okay, those are super cheap to buy on the GTL. Okay, Moonstone acquired, 4,500 yen. And here's the evolution. You love to see it. Clefable acquired, Pokedex entry completed. Let's go ahead and breed this back down to a Cleffa now. Finding a cheap breeder for this Clefable is actually proving pretty difficult, and you know what? This video isn't like anything crazy. It's kind of like a fun little meme, so you know what? I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna pay for the 22k Roselia. Not really worth it, but I'm not here to worry about that. I'm here to actually complete my Pokedex. And here's the Cleffa coming out, Patrouski OT, 2 times 31. Let's go ahead and breed that up. Hello, what's up, Fairy Joes? And then onto the Pichu, which is going to be a Happiness Evo. I'm going to head over to Pallet Town and actually abuse that you're able to talk to Gary Oak's sister once per IRL day, and she'll actually groom a Pokemon of yours, and it'll increase its happiness quite a bit. If you don't know, we can go ahead and watch it go from like 20%, oh, it's like 57% or so, 49%, we'll take it. And then from that point onward, I'll just XP train it up to a Pikachu and then Lightning Stone it afterwards. So that is ready to be go ahead and thrown into the box as well. These are all ready to be XP trained. Next Pokemon in the Pokedex. Let's see what it is. We have, all these are green, a whole green row. We haven't seen that in a while. Go over here. We see Mankey and Primeape. So this is a perfect example of something that I actually don't have either of them caught OT. So I just have to go ahead and go catch me a Mankey. A Mankey is common at Route 22, so it should be pretty easy to find one pretty quickly. All right, finally got the monkey himself. Time to catch myself. Okay, well, he actually coveted and stole my Toxic Orb, so I have to go for the Pokeball now and hopefully catch him. Thankfully, he is level 3, so it shouldn't be too hard. And there we go. We got ahead and caught the Mankey monkey guy himself. And he still has my Poison Orb on him, so let me grab that. Adamant Nature is really good, and a 31 defense IV. I feel like I'm getting pretty lucky on these IV catches. And I can go ahead and put that in my first box, because that is ready to be leveled. Okay, and my Cleffa hatch. Now, I don't need to really level this up for my Pokedex, but I should level it up at some point, at least into a Clefairy, to be able to actually evolve it, to have it be a breedable species so I can sell it off. Also, the Fearow we listed earlier actually already sold, which is awesome. All right, moving on, we have the Mankey to evolve for later. We need an OT Growlithe, funnily enough. I don't have any of those. Interesting. Okay, so we can get it as a horde in that location, horde there. I'm probably just gonna go for the uncommon encounter. It's not too big of a deal, and I don't mind doing single encounters right now. Actually, if it is day/morning, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Route 8 and just do a horde that way. That should be super easy. So Route 8 is going to be to the left of Lavender Town or to the east of Saffron City. It should be right here in this location. I just want to go ahead and pop a sweet scent. And there we go. Bam. First horde, 3 Growlithe. Now I'm going to go ahead and catch the one in the middle, the highest level one, level 17. It doesn't really matter, but it's kind of fun. All right, go ahead and caught that. Good luck to Juice, who I assume is here actually shiny hunting Growlithe. That would be my best guess, so big good luck to them. Caught that Growlithe, added that to the OT Pokedex entry. Let's go ahead and see. Beautiful, nice and green. Now moving on, I need a Poliwhirl and a Poliwrath. Now Poliwrath is a Waterstone evolution, so I do need to catch a Poliwhirl, which I believe is, yeah, pretty common in a lot of locations. Cape Brink Super Rod is very common. Let's go check that out. Or even 4 Island. All right, there's the Poliwhirl encounter. I can go ahead and catch it, give it a Waterstone, and bam, I'll be done with the Poly line. All right, there we go. It took a decent amount of encounters. I actually kept encountering so many Wags, but not any Whirls. But now, after I use this Waterstone, I'll have Wags, Whirls, and Wraths. And there we go, the Poly line complete. All right, the progress is coming pretty fast, in my opinion. Let's see what we have next. We still have that Mankey to level. We're good up until Alakazam. Now, Alakazam should be a really easy one. I'm pretty sure I have tons of Kadabras. Yeah, I have so many Kadabras. I just need to trade Evo 1 that has my OT. Do any of them have my OT? No, that's the real question. Okay, wow. I really thought at least one of these would have my OT. Okay, this one does. Whew. Okay, so, okay, that's perfect. What I can do is go ahead, evolve this Abra into a Kadabra, and then trade Evo it. I'll put that over to box 1. There we go. I was really worried there for a second. I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal. I have to go, like, breed or catch an Abra, but I have so many that I use for Synchronize, but most of them I bought off the GTL. All right, next up is Machamp, which is kind of the same thing where I need a Machoke OT, which I do have. Let's see. I really doubt I have any of these in my boxes. I actually used to have a Machoke competitive Pokemon, hilariously enough, because he used to be NU back in the day. How things have changed. But it looks like I will be needing that Machoke, so let's go ahead and see where I can go ahead and catch it in the wild. Acuity, Lakefront, Mount Coronet, Sinnoh locations, lame. I might just go hoard it somewhere really quickly. Mount Ember in a cave. Actually, I think I'm going to be extra lazy and honestly just breed it. But the reason being, I think I might be able to make some decent profit on a breed. Machamp is in UU right now. Ever since it got access to sort of kind of being a mini Conkeldurr, I believe it got access to, I think, Drain Punch and Mach Punch on a certain update. It's been a really, really good budget Conkeldurr in NU. All right, this is a perfect Machoke. Look at this. This is crazy. It's even Brave Nature. This is actually so good. 25 plus HP, 25 plus attack, defense, and 31 special defense. That is insane for 8K. And that's exactly what I was looking for. A super good budget breed like this. This is just phenomenal. Honestly, I could just keep this the way it is and just kind of like breed it into a Machamp and train it up and flip it. But man, it even has Mach Punch. Isn't that an egg move? Maybe not. But man, this is an incredible. Oh, it has Bullet Punch as well. Incredible Machoke. Man, I'm literally just in shock. For 8K, this is just insane. But for the point of this challenge, I do need to actually breed it at least once, turn it into an OT Machop, and then breed it up into Machamp. It actually feels so terrible to breed this that I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just trying to look for a different Machoke. Like, this is already such a perfect UT, meaning an untrained Pokemon that just needs to be EV trained to be a competitive Machamp. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it. It just feels bad to even worry about that, so we're going to do something else. All right, this is a much better breeding option, although this would be a really expensive Ditto is kind of my concern. I would have to get a Ditto with 31 speed and then tons of defenses, but that is an interesting option. Honestly, I think I'm still going to go for it, and then worst case scenario, I might just end up having to, I don't know, I'm not even sure, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. All right, if I plan to brace the HP on the Machamp, maybe it's not so bad. Oh my goodness, 40k is crazy. Let's lower the special defense to 20 to be a more comparable thing. Still 30k. This is what I was scared of. I knew a Ditto like this was going to be super expensive, but we'll see if we can skimp on some stuff. Let's do 20 plus in defenses. 16k, 17k. This is much more reasonable. I think this 17k Ditto is probably going to be my best bet. I could save 7k or 6k and go for this one, but it has way worse stats, which I think is just super not worth it. So I'm going to go for this one. It's 17k. We're going to have to pay an extra 10k for the brace for the Machop and brace a 27 IV, which is a little strange, but you know what? I think we're still making some profit on this after selling it. Here's what the breed will look like coming out Patrouski OT. Everything is not braced correctly. I need HP brace on the Machop. One sec. And then bam, there we go. Fixed. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go through with it. And while we wait for that to hatch, we'll move on to the next Pokemon. Next up is the Victreebel line. Let's see. We're going to have to catch a wild Weepinbell and then evolve that up into a Victreebel. That's only a grass stone evolution, so that will be really quick and easy, thankfully. The biggest stopper here is going to be how long it's going to take to get a Weepinbell. It's an uncommon encounter. It shouldn't be too crazy, but we'll see how long it takes. All right, Weepinbell acquired. Let's go ahead and soak False Swipe Spore. For those who don't know, having a Soak Smeargle is fantastic for catching certain Pokemon like Weepinbell, which is a grass-type Pokemon, so you wouldn't normally be able to spore it, but if you soak it, turn it into a Water-type, you can now spore the Pokemon. The same way it works with Soak and False Swipe for Ghost-type Pokemon, where you turn them into a Water-type, and you can now False Swipe them. It generally just makes catching and everything way more consistent and helps out a ton if you're trying to complete the Pokedex, of course. All right, Weepinbell acquired. Let's check the stats really quick. Those are atrocious, but that's totally okay. We've had some really good luck so far. Give it a quick Leaf Stone, and there's another Pokemon completed, another entry completed in the Dex. We can actually see Victreebel go from blue to green. I don't know if it'll auto-update in the Pokedex or if I have to, like, click on something and reopen it. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not updating yet. Let's see if we close this screen if it updates. Don't need Leaf Tornado. Nope. Let's see if we go back. See if we close the Pokedex and reopen it. Yeah, so it seems like it doesn't auto update. Cool little check. Yeah, now it's green though. All right, next up is the hardest one so far. The hardest Pokedex entry to get so far, Farfetch'd. Now, I obviously can't breed it. It doesn't have any evolution. I don't have it caught OT. I just have to go for a rare encounter during the day/morning. So thankfully, it is actually at that time zone, but we have to go Route 12 and or Route 13. I'm just gonna have to run back and forth until I get it. It's probably gonna take a while. Our Machop egg did hatch, by the way. It came out timid, which is terribly unfortunate, but you know what? Still not a big deal. Really good stats all around, so I'm super happy with it. All right, here we are at Route 13. It's day/morning. Farfetch'd should be somewhere in here. Luckily, you guys don't have to watch me run back and forth for encounters. I'll just see you when I get it. Keep in mind, I'm starting at 322 on the encounter counter. All right, honestly, not too bad. Didn't take too many encounters. I think less than 20. There's our Farfetch'd. All right, Farfetch'd catch rate is kind of destroying me. So this is one of the few times where I can actually use Ultra Ball and have it be super useful to add it to my Pokedex so I can later use Repeat Ball. Bam, there we go. Caught on the first Ultra Ball. And unfortunately, I've been waiting until after I caught this to cover up the good news with some bad news, or at least have the good news first and then have bad news after. I have some bad news. I made one of the noobiest mistakes in the world. It's not a big deal. It's not going to impact things too much, but I forgot that when you're trying to complete a Pokedex for a region, you don't just go off of the first 151 for Kanto. You go over to the Kanto Pokedex, and you have tons of things added. We see Snubble and Granbull are two Pokemon that I need. We see Sunflora. We see, what else? There's tons of Pokemon Slowking that I've just been forgetting. So this is going to take a little bit longer than I expected, unfortunately. Not the worst thing in the world, but wow, honestly, there's quite a few more Pokemon added to this list. It's going to become quite the series. I was really hoping to be able to complete the Kanto one just in this one video, but look at this. I still have like 200, I have 193 out of 239, which means I am over 45 or so Pokemon away from completing it. That's brutal. That is way more than I expected, unfortunately. And due to that newfound discovery, I think that this is going to be a good place to call it. I do have 8 Pokemon prepared and ready to level, and that will all give me tons of Pokedex entries. So I have 8 Pokedex entries essentially in the bag, but then even with that considered, I still have a ton more to do. After that, I'll have around 38 left, so we're going to have to figure that out next episode. This was just episode 1 of my road to completing the Pokedex. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if you didn't, that's totally okay as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch link down below for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET generally. Discord is linked down below for updates on all my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, if I provided you enough hours of mildly entertaining background content while you grind the game yourself, that's right, I'm calling you. I know you do that. I do it too. I totally get it. Or if I've just helped your journey enough in PokeMMO, give you enough information, maybe some tips and tricks, If you want to go above and beyond, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and most importantly, PayPal/Venmo donations and everything, all that support really does allow me to stay full time, allow me to focus on making better and bigger content, and it's super appreciated. And anybody who does go above and beyond, your names are always mentioned at the end of videos like this. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and just have fun playing PokeMMO today. Peace, guys.
Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.
Good morning, yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. Welcome back to another episode of watching me complete my Pokedex in PokeMMO after 6,300 hours. It's been way too many hours of gameplay without making enough progress towards my Pokedex completion. We're going to see what we're looking at so far. I do have a ton of Pokemon actually in my PC stored up that are ready to be leveled and trained up whenever I'm ready to do that. But I still have tons of Pokemon to actually acquire and tons of Pokemon to get to be leveled. Another good example of this is Ledian. I totally skipped out in the first episode. I totally forgot how this works. I was looking at the national Pokedex and just going through the first 151, but that's not how it works. You have to go to the Kanto Pokedex, you have to sort through. There's a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon and such like Sunflora, Granbull, Snubble, Ledian, Ladybug, etc. that are technically in the Kanto Pokedex. And if you want the ability patch, you have to do those too. I'm also kind of curious how the game actually remembers which starter Pokemon I chose, since I chose it all the way back in 2013. I'm pretty sure I chose Squirtle, but I'm curious to see what the game thinks I chose. But first things first, as I was saying, Ledian is the next Pokemon I want to work on, and I can just go ahead and go catch one in the wild at an uncommon rarity, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. Now, it's an uncommon encounter on 6th Island over in Pattern Bush in Kanto, so it should be a little bit of a short trek through this water. I'm definitely going to pop a Repel. I popped a Super Repel, and even that was way too much. I'm already here. Let's go ahead and find ourselves a Ledian. First encounter. Can't get much easier than that. All right, there we go. Ledian has been caught. Let's go ahead and check the stats for the fun of it. Lacks nature. Nothing really notable. That's okay. Moving on. Next up, if we keep moving our way down the Kanto Pokedex, I have all these I know stored in my PC, the Charizard, the Pidgeot, the Butterfree, the Beedrill, the Raichu, etc, etc. Next up is Sunflora, which should be a really easy one as long as I have an OT Sunkern. I'm pretty sure I can just, Sunstone it to evolve it. I'm going to go ahead and release this Ledian and show you guys else what I have stored up and what I'm working with. There we go, there's all the Pokemon, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just actually breed a Sunkern hilariously. So I'll just buy something quick and cheap off the GTL, slap these two Pokemon together, and once they come out, they will come out as a Patrouski OT Sunkern, and then I can Sunstone evolve them into a Sunflora. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because the next Pokedex entry is actually one of the hardest ones. Hilariously, I have to go get a Snubble, and the only way to get a Snubble is a rare encounter in these early game-ish Kanto routes. So it's going to take me a little bit of running back and forth, or quite a bit. It depends, it depends on my RNG. We'll see. I'm going to go here to Route 4. Now, this might take me a little while, but it should be just a split second for you guys, so I'll see you in a sec. Well, I'm glad I double-checked this earlier rather than later. I'm literally at the wrong route. I thought it also said Route 4, but it turns out I'm a buffoon. I'm going to head over to Route 5, I guess. What a dumb little mistake. I guess we blame that on the drowsiness of waking up early in the morning, but you know what? That's how it goes. We'll head over to Route 5 now. I know that Snubble appears here. I've had some in some Nuzlocke runs or different alternative account runs. Alright, and there we go. That's my Snubble encounter. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead and full swipe Spore Catch. There we go, and now once he's caught, I can go ahead and throw him back into the PC, and he'll be one to level up later. I think he needs level 23 to be Granbull, so it shouldn't be too long, but that'll be a good level up for a Dex entry later on. Back to the PC, we'll throw him over in box 1, waiting for an egg to hatch. Still, I'll put Chandelure in the lead while we look through our Pokedex for the next thing to hunt down. Next up on the list, hilariously, is going to end up being Politoed. I didn't think this would actually be something I needed to worry about, but it turns out it is. I do need to trade to get it, which is kind of strange. I need to get a Poliwhirl, which you can, I believe, Super Rod, yes, Cape Brink, or another location. You might be able to Super Rod on Island 4 even. And you know what? My Sunkern went ahead and hatched. Let's go ahead and grab a Sunstone. I'm sure I have some of those. They're wicked cheap, and you find them all over the place, it feels like. So let's go ahead and get that Sunflora Pokedex entry. There we go, Sunflora taken care of. Really underrated, really cool Pokemon. Pretty weak Pokemon, but I like the design. I've always been a sucker for it. And now we went through all that effort to get that Sunflora. You know what we do with it now? We release it. Well, salute, my friend. Thus is the life of a cruel Pokedex completer. Alright, there's the Poliwhirl, which actually took me around 10 fishing encounters or something, even though it's very common, which is kind of funny. All right, there we go. Poliwhirl caught. I just need a King's Crown for it, I believe is the item. And I'll put that on it and just have it be ready to be traded. King's Rock. Yes, of course. And speaking of that, I actually need 2 of them at least. So I'm going to go ahead. This is kind of a funny thing to do. I'm going to buy 8 of them. Why not? But I need at least 2 of them because another Pokemon I have coming up, Slowking, actually the next Pokemon that I need to Evo for a Dex entry, also needs that. So we'll go ahead and put this in the PC. We'll put it in this lower section here to let it know that I need to be traded. The Machamp and the Abra also need to be traded later on, but that's once they actually turn into those things. So I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. But all right, next up on the list, let's scroll down. We just finished Politoed, at least essentially finished it. We'll do it later on. We have Slowking, so I need a Slowpoke and a King's Rock for it. Let's go ahead and catch a Slowpoke. It said they should be very common in the water in Celadon City, so here I am. Okay, this is actually kind of funny. Why is there a Grimer in the water, first of all? Second of all, I actually need a Grimer because the next Pokemon coming up that I need to level up for to get the OT for is a Muck. That's so funny. I would have never expected to find Grimer on the way to Slowpoke here, but that's actually perfect. That's definitely something you might want to keep in mind, like while doing your Pokedex, is kind of having a list of all the Pokemon you might need. I've kind of just been going one by one. It's a little easier for me to do that in a video format and a little more satisfying. But man, since Muck is coming up anyway, you know what? I might as well go ahead and do that. I didn't expect to find it here, but that's pretty cool. I also have Goldeen and Seeking I'm going to look out for as well. Man, Lantern's also on this list. I really want to try to complete the Pokedex this episode, but ooh, it's looking, there's so many more Pokemon than I expect. It's looking a little longer. It might be a 3-episode parter to actually complete the Kanto Dex entries. And back-to-back water Grimers. There we go, there's that Slowpoke I was hunting for. Alright, Slowpoke caught. Let's check the IVs for fun. And nothing going on, that's okay. Let's throw these 2 Pokemon back into the PC and continue on. A lot of seamless progress so far, but nothing super exciting. Let's see if we can switch things up and maybe change that. So we have the Muck taken care of. We have the Slowking taken care of. I do need to put a King's Rock on that Pokemon just so I remember what it's there for. Next up is Honchkrow, and this is actually one of the more complicated ones. Well, kind of, actually. Since I have an OT Murkrow, all I have to do is just breed another one. I don't want to go catch one. It's kind of annoying. They're all like nighttime locations, and it's not nighttime. So I do have to go breed myself a Murkrow or double check if I have any in my PC, maybe? No, I do not. But while we're here, let's put a King's Rock on the Slowpoke. There we go, nice and pretty. And what if we get ourselves an alpha breed going? There we go, that'll be exciting. Let's get an alpha breed going. Let's get a Honchkrow, breed it down into a Murkrow, and then level it up into a Honchkrow. We only need a Dust Stone for it, which is pretty nice. The hard question is, like, what stats do I look for? Like, this feels like, not this one, I guess the second best one. Yeah, this one, 23k. This feels like a really, really good Honchkrow to me. Like, bold nature, 31, you know, in special attack and speed, 20 plus in all the defenses. I mean, this just seems like a fantastic Pokemon, but it's really, really worth nothing, which is crazy to me. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to breed it up. I think the main thing with this is you want to make sure you pay for it to come out as a male Pokemon so that it can be sold off as a breeder as opposed as a female Honchkrow, which not that many people are looking for. The question becomes whether I want to randomly roll the nature or not, or pay for it. The issue is, if I don't want to randomly roll the nature, it becomes really expensive, the cheapest breeder being this 110k Noctowl. And it would come out as a pretty god tier Honchkrow, but people might not even care about or want that bold nature. It's not really like that good on a Pokemon like this. Like, I don't know what flying type would even want bold with these stats. I don't know. So honestly, I think it's better if I just kind of don't roll the nature or don't pay for it. If I just kind of brace the speed IV, for example, I think that's going to be my best bet. Let's look for a breeder like this and look at the price difference from 110k to 35k. Like, yeah, that can't be beat. I'm just going to randomly roll the nature. The nature is interesting and it could work for certain things, but I don't think it's going to be worth it nearly enough to pay the extra 80k or whatever. It's not that good of a nature. So let's go set up this breed. So I think in total, this breed cost me 20k for the braces, 35k for that last Honchkrow, that's 55k, plus 25k or so for the other one. So what, it's like 70, 80, I think 80k if I'm doing my math correctly. I think it's around 80k for this breed, which honestly isn't too bad at all for a 3 times 31 plus 25 plus in the other stats. I'm going to click yes. I'm going to make sure I pay the extra 5k. So it is going to be 85k total cost. Make sure it comes out male. I'll definitely be profiting on this breed as well as getting a Pokedex entry. Perfect. Double checking to make sure I have a Dust Stone in my inventory as well, which I do. And while that egg is hatching, let's move on to the next Pokemon. Next up is going to be Cloister, which evolves from Shelter, just from a Water Stone. A lot of these Pokemon are just Stone evolutions, which is really easy for me, but I do have to get myself an OT Shelter. Now, I will say, interestingly enough, I think there's actually a glitch on Shelter here. So it says that it has a very common encounter rate at Route 13 in Unova with the Old Rod. Now, if you know what I'm about to say, there's no Old Rod in Unova. There is only the Super Rod. So this means that it's either a very common encounter when fishing with the Super Rod there, or just running back and forth in the water, and I don't know which one. There's literally no Old Rod in Unova. It's always been a huge theory of mine that the Unova designers just totally forgot about fishing and just kind of added it at the very end of the game, because if you remember, you don't get the fishing rod in Unova until after defeating the Elite Four, which is very unique and kind of hilarious. Why would that be the case? I don't know. To me, it seems like they kind of forgot about it, added it later on. It is a way to actually get like previous gen Pokemon in that game, like Gen 1 and stuff, which is really good because the whole point of Unova was to be a remake of sort of Gen 1 to some extent, and you weren't supposed to be able to get other generation Pokemon until the post game. So maybe that was the reasoning behind it as well. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny to think about how they forgot it. Here we are at Route 13. I don't know if it's going to be back and forth running in water or fishing. I'm going to try running back and forth first. There's also a lot of great shiny encounters here, so if I just so happen to get a shiny along the way through this journey, it'd be incredible, which is a kind of a part of a reason why I'm doing it now. I am at 30,374 encounters dry, just slightly over shiny rate, of course. This is what I do not want to see, though. Pelipper hordes, stay away from me. All right, let's try the fishing strategy. I'm going to be honest, I'm starting to think that Shelter might just not be at this location. And since I don't know if this is a glitch or not, I'm probably just going to head out and go somewhere else. It's very possible it is, but I'm just not finding it. I feel like I do remember Shelter being around here in this location, but I don't know. I can't find it, so you know what? I'm going to head over to a location that I know where it's at, and it's a common encounter. I'm just going to go to 5 Island in Kanto. Why risk it where you can just go somewhere you know for sure it's going to be, you know? Dude, I don't know what it is, but I cannot find myself a Shelter. It's really becoming the mythical Pokemon of this episode. I might just go breed one. There's a really good chance I can breed one for profit so I can make some money and fill Pokedex entries at the same time. That might just be the plan here in a sec, but it feels like I wasted so much time, at least a little bit of time. Yeah, more Krabbies. I don't care about you, man. Okay, I didn't mean that. That was too harsh. I'm sorry, Krabby. Just kidding. But I am going to head over to Island 4 and just go breed one. We'll make some profit along the way. And I can go ahead and Dust Stone this Murkrow while I'm at it. Why not? Let's go ahead and pop that off. Bam, boom. I didn't even see how it came out. What's the nature that it rolled? Bashful? Okay, not really care about that. But still, 3 times 31, 25 plus in defense and HP. That'll go off for a nice sale. 20 plus in attack if people care about that. Hey, that's a great male flying egg group Pokemon if you ask me. Once again, I spent 85k or so making this Honchkrow, and I should be able to sell it off for around that same price as that Noctowl at around 110k or so. So, I mean, I'm super happy with that. It's not a crazy amount of profit by any means, but I mean, it's super solid. It's going to end up being like 20k profit, 90k spent after the listing fee. So only like 20k profit. But hey, man, 20k is 20k, especially when you're just completing your Pokedex. All right, but next up, let's actually go ahead and finally breed this Shelter. I'm going to look for the defenses. I usually look for this for good budget Pokemon to actually buy. 25 plus in all the defenses and the HPs. I think it's a really good starting point, but look at that. The cheapest one with those stats is 20k, so that's giving me a tough sign. Let's go ahead and lower these maybe down to 20. There's a 6k one. That seems likely. Yeah, we can roll with this Shelter. This is super decent. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Maybe I might want to actually buy the... Ooh, that's kind of tough. I might want to buy the female one. This one's for 52 minutes. Oh, no, I want this. Are you kidding me? Even though it's 18k. So it's the reason I want this. This is way more expensive than the other one. The important thing about this one is that it's 31 in attack, which is actually super important. I can go ahead and breed on the 31 speed. And the fact that it's female, buying a Ditto to match that 6k one is going to be way more expensive versus me actually just buying a egg group type breeder to match this Shelter. So to match this Shelter, I want something like this: 25 plus HP defense, 20 plus special defense, and 31 speed. Let's see if there's anything decent going for us. Water Sea is the A group, 44k. What if we lower these down to 20? That'll give us a lot more selection. 28k. Definitely still not as cheap as I would like. That is more expensive than I would like to spend, but I mean, it's nice stats. What if we got a little risky with it and actually lowered this down to like 15? As long as the defense doesn't low roll, we should be okay. Even that doesn't really give us more. What about this to 18? What if we, now we see 12k. So Yeah, I might go with this, honestly. Yes. So the only thing we have to worry about here is I really have to hope that the HP doesn't like low roll or whatever, but I'm going to pick this up. So huge budget pickup there. I definitely could have gone for something more expensive and something more secure, but as long as the HP doesn't low roll to 18, it should be fine. So 18k for the Shelter, 12k for the Drapion. That obviously leaves us with 30k spent there, and then 20k for the braces, 50k spent on this breed. It should come out 20 plus, hopefully, in all the defenses and everything, 31 attack and speed. If this comes out with a good nature, that would immediately make this an insane huge profit. You're looking for Adamant or Jolly on a Cloister like this. Okay, but back to Pokedex stuff. While that is hatching, let's move on. I need Drowzee, hilariously. Drowzee and Hypno are two Pokemon that I literally don't have in my decks by any means at all, so I have to take care of both of those. Let's go catch myself a Drowzee. Is it a level evolution? Yeah, level 26. So Drowzee is a horde Pokemon over here on Route 11 at any time of day. There was a nighttime horde at another location, but it should be pretty easy to find here. There we go. All right, here we go. This should be the Drowzee caught. And I'm not going to lie, all of this time it takes to complete the Pokedex, taking a bit longer than I expected with how much progress I had had. Obviously, it takes a long time to complete any Pokedex, but with how much progress I had naturally acquired over, thousands of hours of playing, I'm surprised it's still taking me this long, but I guess that's just the cost of things. But I'm having a lot of fun. This is actually the most fun I've had for like a refreshing new series, maybe since Pokemon Money Mania, but even then, like that kind of dies off after a couple episodes or so. I'm really enjoying this Pokedex entry stuff. I think it's really refreshing, really fun. It's not a goal that I normally go for, and I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are just enjoying watching as well, and if you are, maybe consider leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos, following the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. The Discord's links down below as well if you want updates and all that content, and if you want to go above and beyond and support me, PayPal, Venmo, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, all that stuff helps the channel stay alive. But having said that, my guess is that after I go ahead and hatch this egg, I'm probably going to have to call it here on this one. We're going to get that Cloister evolution, and then we'll carry it on over into episode 3. My guess is that this whole series is going to take 4 episodes just for the Kanto Pokedex, and that's all I'm going to focus on for now. I'm not going to do my entire Pokedex, just Kanto. Probably 4 episodes. We did like a huge chunk of it, like a third of it in episode 1, a huge chunk of it in episode 2. We have up to like here essentially covered, and then episode 3 will get all of the rest of the Pokemon we need, hopefully. I'm really hoping. And then episode 4 will be an XP leveling extravaganza. And there we go. There's the Shelter hatch. Once again, if this comes out Adamant or Jolly, this could be insane money. Quiet. That's okay. Still, it mid-rolled on the HP, and that's all I was hoping for. We could actually sell this off for really good profit. But first things first, I need to Waterstone evolve it. And bam, there we go. We have a Cloister on the way. Shelter is such a super underrated Pokemon. Shelter is like one of the few S-tier shinies in Kanto. It's an incredible Pokemon. Definitely don't sleep on shiny Shelter. Even shiny Cloister has a place. Not as cool in my opinion being blue. Shelter being, that really sick uncommon orange, but still fantastic shinies all around. Maybe one day I'll see myself getting that little shiny orange guy with a big tongue sticking out. Man, Cloister really tries to learn like 12 moves upon level up, huh? Thankfully, at least he learns a lot of really good ones, like Ice Crash, Twin Needle, Shell Smash, Ice Shard. These are just all actually really decent moves that it needs. It's still learning more. This thing's a monster. I don't know if I've ever seen a single Pokemon learn so many of evolution moves, I'm not gonna lie. You learn something new every day, and I definitely just learned about this. Look at all of these starting moves that Cloister gets to learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Keep going, starting from Leer. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Keep going from Water Gun. 22, 23. 23 moves this monster tries to learn. A fun little trick that a friend of mine actually taught me: when you're doing something like this, you can actually log out and log back in to cancel this, having to deal with this essentially. That is something that people do when they're actually hunting for shiny Shedinja and evolving Ninkatas. They have quite a few level up moves or evolution moves to learn. Whew, and there we go. The Cloister is finally done, and that adds it to our Pokedex entry. And I've already done my spiel, but that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. So we have to look forward to for the next episodes. Once again, hopefully you enjoyed it. Like the video if you did, dislike if you didn't, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Just have a great day and have fun playing PokeMMO today. And good luck with whatever journey you're working on, whether it's a shiny hunt, PvP, or maybe even a Pokedex completion yourself. Have a good one. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full-time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.
Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and welcome back to the journey of completing the Kanto Pokedex within PokeMMO. This is episode 3 of a really fun series. It's been really refreshing to me. We're getting a lot of work done. We're getting a lot of progress done. Now, first things first, I'm actually going to start off by selling a Cloister that we bred and created last episode to show you guys that not only am I completing the Pokedex, I'm also making some profit along the way, and you guys can do the same. You can complete your Pokedex and make some profit along the way. So last episode, we spent around 55k creating this Cloister, and now we should be able to sell it for easily 100k. I'm probably going to list it for cheaper than this one, mostly just because of that special attack stat, and it has higher defense stats and everything kind of all around. That special attack stat can actually really matter. Some people want to go mixed on Shell Smash Cloister, have like an Ice Beam or a Hydro Pump slotted in. Plus, these are alpha as well, which can matter. Some people do want those alpha breeders. I'm going to go ahead and list this thing for, I think, 110k. I think that's going to be super fair. And it's also going to be a pretty huge profit for me, so I'm super happy with it. Easy 50k, just completing the Pokedex. We also have all of these Pokemon in our PC ready to be traded and ready to be leveled for Pokedex entries. But first things first, we got to figure out what we're doing today. So if we head over to our Pokedex, go over to the Kanto Pokedex entries, we can scroll down and see what we're working with. We have Drowzee and Hypno, we just figured that out. We actually need to do Cubone, funnily enough. I have an OT Marowak, but not a Cubone. I feel like this should be a pretty easy catch. There is a horde inside Pokemon Tower. I could go for that, but might be kind of a pain to get to. I might just go Savalt Canyon instead. It's kind of funny, I've actually spent quite a bit of time at Savalt Canyon recently-ish while shiny hunting Larvitar and Skarmory here, and there's actually a Tyranitar spawn now. It's a really cool location now for single encounter shunting, but there's Cubone spawns here, and I haven't just caught one for my Pokedex, even though I've spent a lot of time here. So definitely be on the lookout for stuff like that. If you're doing any normal activities that you could do something to help out your Pokedex, like I might check Donphan. Do I have this in my Dex? I don't even know. Okay, I do have the big Don, so I don't gotta worry about him. Alright, there we go. It actually took a quick sec because there's quite a lot of encounters here. Alright, there we go. A nice catch. Didn't take too long, maybe a few minutes. Let's check the IVs. Nothing going on. On to the next Pokemon. I think what's up next is Goldeen / Seeking, if I'm not mistaken, but let's double check. We head over to the Pokedex entries. We see Hypno. We see Cubone. Next up, oh, Lickilicky. I totally forgot about my boy Lickilicky. Level up with Rollout. I'm actually a huge fan of Lickilicky. He's such a dumb Pokemon. I probably have an OT Lickitung in my boxes. I might. I'll have to teach it rollout the next level up. That might be pretty easy actually. Yes, I actually do. Here we go. Adamant Lickitung. This is a Lickitung I wanted to make into a competitive Pokemon for quite a while, but it ended up not rolling the correct defense nature. So, you know what? I'm okay with going ahead and evolving this over to a Lickilicky. We'll put that in box 1. So that's essentially taken care of. All right, with that pretty much done, what's up next is actually Goldeen. So I don't have an OT Goldeen or Sinking because I don't really like these Pokemon. They're kind of lame, kind of boring. Let's see what I can do. What I might do is I might go catch myself a Seeking and then breed it down into a Goldeen. That might be the cooler way to do it. Get some IVs on it, maybe sell it off. It's funny to not have these Pokemon when there's literally so many ways to catch them. I'm going to go to Fuchsia City and Super Rod there. Funnily enough, Super Rodding at that location in Fuchsia City, I'm actually already there. This house right here, this used to be an Eevee training spot way back in the day. This was actually one of the best attack Eevee training spots in the game, which is laughable now since, you know, hordes didn't exist back then. But this being like single encounter Super Rod fishing, it had like Seeking and Gyarados here. It's pretty funny. Honestly, you know what? I'll catch a Goldeen if it's on the way. Why not? We'll catch both here. The Goldeen was caught super easily and even came with an item, a free Mystic Water. Yoink. Any IVs? Not really. Let's go for that Seeking. It should be pretty common here, or even very common here as well, so why not? I like breeding Pokemon for Pokedex entries when possible because it's really good for making money, getting those IVs up and everything, but I think I'm going to go ahead and catch this one. We'll roll the dice. Bam, there we go. Only 3 encounters is what it took for a Goldeen and the Seeking. All right, there we go. Seeking caught and added to the Pokedex. Let's go ahead and check the IVs. Nothing going on. That means the Pokemon next up is Rhyperior, which is kind of funny. Not a Pokemon that I even have owned in my Pokedex. I just need to get myself a Rhydon and then trade it, evolve it with a Protector item. So It should be pretty easy to get a ride on. I know they have a horde at Victory Road, maybe in the different location in Kanto. I don't know what that'll be. I think Sinnoh, the Sinnoh Victory Road horde is really easy to get. I might just go there for it, but I'm going to double check in the PC really quick and release these 2 fish if I have a ride on in there or not. Okay, no Rhydons, but I actually do have a Rhyhorn in my PC, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move that over to box 1, and yeah, we'll eventually evolve that up into Rhydon and then trade Evo it after. So Rhyperior is taken care of, essentially. We'll do that in the next episode. We'll do our big XP extravaganza and everything, but for now, let's focus on what's next. Next up, we have Lantern, I believe. Now, the best way to catch a Lantern is going to be to hoard for it underwater in Hoenn. I'm going to try to do that. Part of me just really wants to breed and like evolve it that way, but I think it might be worth to go try to learn that, since maybe one day I do want to actually like hoard for a shiny Lantern, since it's such a beautiful looking shiny. Might as well spend the time now to actually kind of learn that feature a little bit. But I am going to need the Dive HM, of course. All right, pop the repel. Let's head off into the water. I'm just going to dive here and see if it... I don't know if it matters where you sweet scent at. So if I sweet scent here, it says it would have no effect. I don't know where I actually need to go to be able to encounter Lantern hordes is the only issue. Okay, cute little visual glitch. I essentially swam underwater. I came back up, and now my hair is a much darker color. I don't know if that's purposeful. I don't know if it's meant to be like, oh, my hair is wet. Seems kind of unlikely. Seems like a visual glitch, but I could be wrong. Okay, after a quick Google search and some help from a awesome T-Nums video, we're actually going to go ahead and just go over to Sootopolis City. Okay, huge visual glitch there. My body sort of disappeared. We'll head over here, we'll surf here, and this will be the way to actually encounter Lantern. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Don't be lazy. Just Google it. There's lots of great information on PokeMMO on the internet nowadays. There wasn't always, but nowadays there is. I should be able to sweet scent in the grass right here, I think, and get Lantern encounters. You could honestly do this shiny hunt without Leppas. I always hear this being a Leppa shunt, but this could honestly be pretty reasonable without Leppas. It might be kind of annoying. You might want to use repels or something, but this is solid. I'm going to kill all of these and get a quick catch. All right, there we go. Lantern caught. Not too shabby. Let's check the IVs. Competitive Lanterns are really cool. A really good Volt switching Pokemon in NU. Modest Nature is good. Nothing else going on, though. That's okay. Back to the Wise Pokedex to tell us what to do next. And next up, we see Elekid. Do we just have to breed this down? Can we go catch it in the wild? I feel like breeding it down is probably going to be the easiest way to get it, right? All right, I am just going to buy the cheapest breed possible for this, because I just don't know if this is how it works. I don't know if you need an essence or not for Electabuzz. I'm not sure if you actually need to put something on it, or it just always comes out as an Elekid. I just simply don't know, so I'm going to buy this guy really cheap. I think he's in Humanoid age group would be my guess. Yeah, Humanoid age group, male. I'll buy the cheapest breed possible. All right, a nice Krogon for 1K, easy peasy. This breed was less than 2,500 Pokeyen. Let's put it together and see how it comes out. Hopefully, it's just an Elekid. Nope, not that Pokemon. All right, here we go. This is better. Yep, it just comes out as Elekid, but it's not my OT because the Electabuzz isn't my OT. Of course, what was I thinking? Okay, so I think if I catch an OT Electabuzz, it should work. I think that's the best bet. So let's keep this Krogon. We'll release the Electabuzz and go catch an Electabuzz. Thankfully, I can just go hoard for an Electabuzz super easily in Sinnoh, and I do need to make sure I catch a female one, but that should be pretty easy with the horde Pokemon. I'm definitely not too worried about this one. Let's just hop over here and go for it. It should be 50% chance Floatzel or Electabuzz. How lucky am I? Pretty decently. All right, there we go. The female Electabuzz is caught. Time to go breed it with the Krogon to make a little Elekid. What are the IVs, though? Let's make sure they're trash. Honestly, they're kind of decent. Ooh, that makes it a little harder to breed with this trash Krogon. Maybe I should actually do something with it. You know what? I think I have to. That's okay. Just 1K wasted on the Krogon. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this Mienfoo for only 6K, 31 attack, 20 plus in every stat. I am going to have to go ahead and brace the speed, which is kind of funny, but you know what? It'll come out super solid, so we'll buy that. We'll buy these two braces, 20K, plus the 6K for the Mienfoo. Only cost me, what, 26K for this breed, and then obviously plus the cost of the Electabuzz itself. Let's put the speed brace over the Electabuzz, power brace on this Mienfoo. There we go. Breed is ready. Let's see a really nice Elekid come out. Hopefully, Patrouski OT. Perfect. There we go. Elekid taken care of. What is next, Master Pokedex? Electivire. Wow. I really wish I would have paid attention to that, because I could have done that trade evolution first. But, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
I'm going to waste a little bit of time now leveling this Elekid to level 30 to get it into an Electabuzz, to evolve that into an Electivire. Kind of a goofy mistake, a little silly goofy move, but that's okay. It's going to work out. We got Magby and Magmar. We need actually both of these. So I could go get a Magmar and then breed it down into a Magby, but if Magby's decently easy to find, I could get that and then evolve it. I think Magmar is going to actually be the easier one. It's a horde, yeah. Let's just do the Magmar one. But I will say, once again, this has the same issue where I kind of need to catch a Magmar OT, evolve it into Magmortar, and then breed it down. So let me make sure I actually do the right thing on that. Back to Sinnoh we go. And I've definitely got to shout out T-Num's videos, man. T-Num's on YouTube. His video guides on where to catch these very specific Pokemon has actually been saving me a ton of time. Great PokeMMO YouTuber, super underrated. Make sure to check him out. But I have to surf all the way up here, I believe. I'm trying to get to Fugo Ironworks, or I believe Fugo. I'm not quite sure. But if I get up here, I should be able to write it. I think I just sweet sent right here, and it should be a ×5 horde of Magmar. Yup, there we go. Beautiful shiny hunt here. Incredible shiny hunt. Definitely need Lepa berries, though. All right, there we go. The Maggie boy is caught. I'll go ahead and put him in the PC, get ready to essentially trade evolve him, and then I can always breed him down later on. He also came out with pretty good stats and jolly nature. What's with those two Elekid, Electabuzz and Magmar being so tied? Let's put the Magmarizer. Yep, let's put that on him. Throw him in the PC down in that bottom row to be ready to be trade evoed. And we'll put the Elekid in here as well to be ready to be XP train. And we'll move on for now. Wait. Did that Elekid randomly roll? It randomly rolled Adamant Nature. Talk about YouTuber luck. That's so good. Not that Electivire is an especially powerful or useful Pokemon, but it's cool to have a kind of mediocre comp version of it with correct nature. That's a super solid Electivire. Wish it had 31 speed, but still, that's a great comp. All right, what is next? Tons to do, tons of Pokemon to catch. What do we have to do next? Let's go on the list. Electivire, Magby, Electivire, Magmortar. Those are all essentially done. Eeveelutions. These are actually some of the easiest ones we're going to do today. All I need is 3 Eevees, and then I just need to Thunderstone, Firestone, and Leaf evolve this one near a mossy rock. That'll be an interesting little video to make, I guess, or at least show you guys how to do that. Okay, first things first, we need all the Eevees. I might have some Eevees in here that I'm ready to work with. Let's see. This one I wanted to turn into a Vaporeon. Vaporeon is not one of the ones I need, unfortunately, so I'm not going to waste that, of course. However, I do have this Eevee, my OT with 15 IVs across. I can absolutely abuse that for a nice OT on a Pokemon, so we'll grab that. We'll also have to breed 2 Eevees or so. Wow, the first Eevee I looked at 5 minutes ago posted. Look at these stats. Oh yeah, I'm going to yoink that up for 2,800. That is a really decently... This one as well? Wait, people are putting Eevees up for too cheap, or at least someone listed 2 Eevees for way cheaper than they should have been. 31 special attack. This was 2,800. Easy fucking deals. Let's deal with this one first. Let's go ahead and actually Firestone it. We'll go ahead and I think we need Flareon, right? So... part of me also wants to not stone it and keep this one an Eevee since it is my 15 IVs across. You know what? I think that'll make things more interesting as well. Let's keep that one. I like the idea of keeping the 15 story one an Eevee itself. What we need the Leafeon, we need Flareon, and we need was it Jolteon? I forget which ones. Flareon, Jolteon, and Leafeon. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna breed 3 Eevees. Fuck it. Now we have 2 Eevees with good special attacking stats, which will be great for Jolteon and even Flareon kind of. Flareon and Leafeon, hilariously, are kind of the 2 physical Eevees, so I actually kind of need physical Eevees with those stats, but I'll probably just sell these off. Let me go ahead and buy myself any sort of good Eevee. It doesn't really matter what I turn it into. Anything that is cheap right now on the GTN, it's a good deal. People are posting, yeah, look at this. Eevee for 31 special attack for 3K, that is underpriced, my friend. Underpriced. I will definitely yoink that up. Okay, that's perfect. Let's just start with this Eevee breed. I'll find a good breeder for it. It should be pretty simple. I do need a Ditto, but it shouldn't be that bad. I'm shooting for 25 plus in the defense, 31 speed, and then 24 plus in the HP. And this Ditto came up. That's only 8,500, and this is super solid. I'll pick that up for that. I really should try to relog at some point or another to fix this visual glitch, but carrying on, this breed should actually bring me some really nice profit. I just need a special attack brace and a speed brace.
With those equipped, the breed is going to look a little something like this. Patrouski OT, 31 special attack, 31 speed, and hopefully 20 plus HP, and then 27 plus defense. That's just a fantastic Eevee. Do I want to pay the extra for the female? Probably. Kind of a tough one, because it does cost a lot more. Ooh, I'm not sure. I have to think about that for a sec. The best way to figure out whether that's going to be worth it or not is to actually go over to the GTL, search for 31 special attack, 31 speed, go over to Eevee, sort by lowest price, and then let's check the lowest price for male being 55k, and let's check the lowest price for female being 150. Yup, it is definitely worth to pay the extra 21k for a female. Are you kidding me? That is super turbo giga worth. It's always good to check on stuff like that. Let's grab those other Eevees and do more breeds. And I'm going to log out really quick. It's starting to bother me a little bit. All right, upon relogging, it should fix it. Just kidding. Do I have to restart my entire game? Maybe it's just not glitched? I don't know. It looks way different to me. The colors, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just need to dry off. I don't know. Maybe it's an actual in-game effect. I have no idea. Let's move on to the next Eevee. We'll do the other 31 one as well. This one's 31 special attack, if I'm not mistaken, and tons of 25 pluses. I think I'm going similar on this one as well. 31 speed and then 25 plus in HP and defense. I kind of want to see if I could maybe high roll the special defense, but that's when things get really, really expensive, as you can see. If I keep it simple, keep this at 0. Don't see anything too crazy. What if I do 20 plus on the attack as well, in case it wants to go mixed? I'm paying like 10k more at that point. Is that really worth it? Yeah, I think it's like 10k. Well, even more than that. It's like 15 or 14k more. I'm just going to go with this 13k one. It's uber cheap. If I high roll the attack, it's kind of cool. If not, it doesn't really matter. These are EVs. Not really many of them actually need the physical attack. And these are probably going to be used as breeders. I'm going to make them female EVs, and people breed them one last time to make a final breed. They will be turned into like Leafeons and stuff. People just buy them to breed, essentially. All right, time for the last EV to breed. This one has no 31s, but it was super cheap, 2,800 or so, and it has really good stats across the board. I think I'm just going to go for the 31 defense on this one to essentially fill it out. Let's see how much this is going to cost, because obviously this is looking like a super, super expensive Ditto, but I could be wrong. There might be a really good deal on the GTL right now. Honestly, 17k is not bad at all for that. That is kind of shocking. What if I lower that to like 20? 12k? Dude, I do not mind. That's actually, there's no way I'm going to be able to find a cheaper one and like brace something on the Eevee. Yeah, that's just the cheapest deal I'm going to find. That's honestly really good. And now I don't have to worry about double braces. All I have to do is defense brace the Ditto, and that's all the bracing I have to do. I don't think I care about the nature on that. Yeah, not at all. Let's go ahead and equip these together, and bam, there we go. One brace, really, really cheap breed. The Ditto cost me 12k. I guess this is going to be the most expensive part of the breed. The Ditto cost me 12k. The Eevee was 3k. That's 15k plus one brace, 25k plus the 21k. That's hilarious that was like the most expensive part, was the paying for the gender. So that ends up being like, what, 46k or so? We have 3 EVs on the way. Let's move on for now. Next up, we have Porygon, which I already have pretty much figured out. I just need to actually put the item on, because I'm making a Porygon Z for Johto. It's actually part of my team for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in the party for a quick sec. I'm going to put the upgrade on him, and he'll just be ready to be trade evoed. Porygon's a really easy one, because you literally just need to trade evo him twice, essentially, with one upgrade, and there's another item as well. So it's one upgrade and one dubious disc. I think I have the dubious disc as well. Yeah, you get them from the storylines, and I've never really used them. So there we go. That guy is ready to go whenever. And we are coming up on the last section. This was my goal. I wanted to complete all of this in this video, and then do one more episode 4, where I do all my breeding, do all my leveling, XP training, maybe some EV training, etc., etc. But we only have this section left to cover. Moving on, next up is Omastar, which is just another XP one. So once I get one OT Ammonite, which I can actually just go get from a fossil or something, I might have one. Let's check. Nope, I do not, but I might have the correct fossil. I think it's Helix. I'm going to buy a Helix fossil off the GTL super quickly. Just go pop that, and then I'll just go train that up into an Ammonite. That's super fun and easy. 4,300, not even expensive. I'm going to make sure to go pop that as well, just while I'm thinking about it. You could head over to Sinnoh and pop it way faster. This is actually one of the slower places to pop fossils, since you have to run back out of the area and then run back in. It's kind of slow, kind of annoying, but I only have one fossil to pop, so it's really just not that big of a deal. I think this is the NPC. Yep, should be pretty easy.
So once you give him the fossil, you run out of the room, you run back in, and then he'll just be ready to give it to you. Same as the traditional games. Let's see if we get any decent rolls on the Ammonite. Timid is actually decent, but nothing else. That'll just be XP trained up to an Amistar. And one of our EVs hatched. Docile nature, not great, but great IVs, and female, of course. Let's throw that Ammonite in the PC, and all of our EVs hatched, so let's check those, hoping for some good random nature rolls. It would be super nice, but once again, not really required. Bashful, Hasty, let's check the IVs, 20 plus all there. I think all the IVs should be pretty guaranteed. I don't know if we had any like serious rolls happening. Yeah, everything's pretty solid. Now, it's time to just go ahead and evolve them. The first ones are really easy, just a Firestone. Let's use our untradeable ones. Always make sure to use your untradeable ones if possible. We're going to do a Firestone, and then we'll do the leaf, the mossy rock thing. We'll do Firestone on this one, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes we'll be selling them as breeders, but we'll do Firestone here. Probably Thunderstone on one of these two. Doesn't really matter. They're pretty much, I think they're like the exact same. They're both 27 in the defense and the HP. That's so funny how similar they are. And even 6 attack IV. These two EVs are so similar. That's shocking. The only difference is, oh, one's a not IC. That's crazy, though. There we go. Flareon added to the Pokedex. All right, all the level up or evolve moves declined. Now it's time to actually go ahead and quickly do the Jolteon. Shouldn't really matter which one we do. We'll do the first one. Why not? Bam, there we go. Beautiful Jolteon added to the Pokedex. Easy peasy. I'm curious to actually check. Pokedex, Kanto Pokedex, what are we at? 207 out of 239. And we have tons of ones stored up in the PC as well. Don't forget. All right, there we go. Jolteon done as well. Now it's time to do the fabled Leafeon, which requires a level up near the Mossy Rock. Now, there's Mossy Rocks all over PokeMMO. I think there's one in each region. I could be mistaken, but I'll show you at least one of them in today's video. I'm going to throw these in the PC down here for now. They just need to be sold off later. All right, probably the easiest moss rock that most people have access to is going to be the one in Viridian Forest. It's literally right over here. And the cool thing about this is you don't actually have to gain XP to actually get them to evolve. You can simply use an XP candy. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a small XP candy on this Eevee. It's going to give it 6 levels, which is hilarious, but this should allow it to evolve into a Leafeon as well. And here we go. After declining tons of evolution moves or level up moves, here we go. This should be the Leafeon itself. Let's see if we start to see the image of it. I always make sure to watch to make sure. Yep, there we go, Leafeon. Watch me. If you're evolving something that could be evolved into something else, just, make sure that you kind of see the image of it and then cancel if it's not the right one you want. And bam, there we go. Leafeon completed. Level 7 Leafeon's kind of funny. Throw that sucker in the PC to be sold off for later and keep making progress. We have Porygon taken care of, Omastar taken care of. Next up, if we keep going down the list, Marvel? Azurill. Azurill. We have Marvel taken care of. We just need Azurill. Now, I believe to get Azurill, you do have to breed these Pokemon with an essence to actually get it to be a baby. I could be wrong. We're going to double check on that. And yes, you do need a C Incense for this, but thankfully I do have some in my boxes. And once you have those, you just need to breed any Osmorills or whatever together. I'm just going to do that pretty easily and quickly because I don't want to worry about getting IVs on a baby Pokemon, because then I have to evolve it anyway and level it up just to be able to sell it properly, because if you try to sell a baby Pokemon for its IVs, it won't come up under the search criteria when someone is looking for certain egg groups. It doesn't have an egg group. It's just a cannot breed Pokemon. All right, here we go. Sea Incense on the Osmorill, a random Pokemon of the same egg group, and it doesn't come out. But I keep doing this mistake. I need a Patrouski OT Maril or Osmorill, of course. Such a noob mistake of me. This is what a couple hours of working towards the Pokedex completion does to you. It melts your little monkey brain. Thankfully, Maril and Osmorill are like crazy common Pokemons in tons of crazy locations, so I'm not super worried about it. I should be able to just surf here, I think, and catch one really quick. I do need a female, if possible, though, to breed with this Corphish. Here's a Maril encounter. First encounter. Will it be a female? Not quite. Almost perfect. There we go. 2 Maril encounters is all it took. Quick false swipe and a spore and a catch. Whew, there we go. There's the catch. This video has ended up being a lot longer than I expected / wanted it to be, but I just want to get it done at this point. 2 times 30. Honestly, I don't really care about that. I'm still just gonna go ahead and see Incense breed that. Sorry to those who irritates. Let's go ahead and do this breed. There we go. Azurill, Patrouski OT taken care of. And while that hatches, let's continue on. I need Weavile. How many Pokemon do I have left to like take care of? I need Weavile 1, Artillery 2, Why Not, and Wobbuffet 3 and 4, kind of 3-ish. We need Mantike, 5, Togetic, 6, Togekiss, 7, like 5 to 7 Pokemon left. That's it. We can do it this episode and then finish it off with a big XP extravaganza. Oh, and Mamoswine. I almost skipped over him. How could I? What a great Pokemon. I can actually just go ahead and catch myself a Piloswine here in Icefall Cave. I'm hoping that it's the horde right inside the cave, but I'm going to test it. I'm hoping it's just the horde that's right inside the cave. Dewdon as well. Maybe it's Dewdon slash Piloswine. We can hope. Looking like it might just be Dewdon here. I might head deeper into the cave and try it. We get Golbat hordes here, a little deeper into the cave. This might not be worth it, man. I might just have to head over to the place in Unova. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. The place where I know I can find Piloswine. I think that's a really important thing with this is it's not really the time to test out new locations. Just go to the locations where you know things spawn and get that Pokedex taken care of. It's crazy how long I can spend playing this game and how many mistakes you can still make. There's just so many aspects to this game and so much information to remember. Now we can head over to the giant chasm, I believe, in Kanto, or Unova, excuse me, and this should be a really easy go guaranteed catch for the Piloswine. And then we'll have to teach it ancient power and level it up, and that will give us the Mamoswine. Right here on the other end of Giant Chasm should be like a 100% horde spot for Piloswine. Some people use this for an XP training spot, actually. Hilariously, I can actually repeat ball to catch the Piloswine since I already have that in my Pokedex, but I need to evolve it into Mamoswine to get that Dex entry. Just kind of funny. And bam, there we go. The Piloswine caught, and I will have to evolve that up into a Mamoswine. I have to make sure it gets Ancient Power as well. It does already have it. Okay, that's a huge relief. We'll throw that into the PC and see what's next. We've got 15 Pokemon or so to be leveled up and only 4 to be traded. Honestly, not too shabby. Around 20 Pokemon to get taken care of, quote unquote. What is next? I think Weavile. Weavile is another one of those Pokemons where the best way to handle it is probably just going to be to evolve it. Level up while holding a Razor Claw Nighttime. Now, this may be a Pokemon that I actually just deal with like as soon as possible because time-based Pokemon can be a pain. I don't want to be stuck on this. I might just deal with this as soon as it turns nighttime in game and just actually deal with it now. So essentially just level it up early. Let's go ahead and see where's the best place for me to get a Sneasel. I could just breed a Sneasel, honestly, really quick. Let's just do that. It's the tried and true lazy method. Our Azurill did hatch as well. That should add it to the Pokedex. Let's double check really quick. Yep, good. Now we can go ahead and release that and go breed ourselves a Sneasel. Maybe we try to breed ourselves a good Sneasel as well. I think it's fun to do so. Also, 9K for a Sneasel with these stats. I'm definitely game. It's in the field A group, so I'll need a 31 speed breeder for this. These are the stats I'm looking for. 25 plus, 31 speed, field, male. Let's get rid of the Sneasel in the search engine. 40K is pretty freaking expensive for that. I really don't want to spend that if possible. That's actually terribly expensive. Let's lower these stats to 20. Let's try something like this. 14K. What if we lower this to 20? 14K still. 14K is a little more than I'd like to spend, but it's not terrible. I'll go ahead and get it up for time purposes. We need a speed and a special defense brace. Get that breed going. And it's going to come out looking like this, 2 times 31, and really just nice stats across the board. Patrouski OT will evolve that into a Weavile as soon as possible. Don't care about the gender on that. It is almost nighttime in game as well. I had to keep that in mind. But while that is hatching, moving on, we have Octillery to deal with level 25. I could just go catch one in the wild, rare, very common. Okay, so we can actually just go catch Octillery at a very common rate. That's worth to do versus leveling this one up. So we're going to go ahead and go do that. Sunny Shore City in Sinnoh seems like one of our best bets for Octillery. And for a quick little update, we are currently at 209 out of 239 caught OT in Kanto Dex. If I Super Rod here, it should be a very common encounter rate. Let's see how common that really means. First encounter, we see Gyarados. Second encounter, we see Gyarados. And third encounter, we see Gyarados. Okay, after 7 Gyarados encounters in a row, I'm not happy. I'm going to head over to Pastoria City. I assume I'm just not in the right location in Sunny Shore, but I don't know how that should matter there. I don't know. I'm going to try this location and see how this works. And more Gyarados at this location as well. I've been kind of shocked how many Pokedex entries seem to be strange or at least not full of the exact information you want when doing this kind of hunt. Maybe I'm just in the wrong spot. It's probably a lot of user error, but still frustrating. There we go. The legendary octopus has finally been encountered after a couple super rods here. We got it. Level 49. Let's go ahead and False Swipe Spore. Should be a pretty easy catch. Then next up, after this octopus, we're going to have to deal with Wynot and Wobbuffet, which are kind of a weird Pokemon. I kind kind of really want to go for the wild why not. Funnily enough, it's kind of lazy. I just know that you have to, catching Wobbuffet in that horde is a pain. I might just go for the lawn running back and forth. You know what? I kind of don't mind, honestly. I'm kind of in the mood. Let's just go ahead and go lore for why not, hilariously, at 3 Island Port. Artillery is caught. There we go. Let's check the stats for fun. Any decent IVs? Nope, that's okay. And now since we're already in Pastoria, we can take the quick boat back over to Kanto, go to 3 Island, and look for that why not with lures specifically. Now, 3 Island Port is kind of a weird location. You have like this spot right here, but you actually have to go through this little cave area. And then on the other side of this, you actually get to the 3 Island Port, I believe. Yep, there we go. So I want to go ahead and pop lures in this spot. This is also a ×5 horde spot for Dunsparce, which is a really cool shiny. Speaking of Dunsparce, there you go. Whew, okay, it took me like 4 full lures, but I finally encountered myself a why not. I'm going to spore it first just to be safe. And I'm also going to Ultra Ball just to keep it really safe. It's like a while to find. I don't want to lose this. Bam. There we go. Why not caught? That was the lazy man's option. What Pokemon is up next? Our Sneasel did hatch as well. Once again, we need to evolve this up into a Weavile at nighttime. So we probably should go do that ASAP. What is the method for it again? Let's double check really quick. Level up while holding a Razor Claw. If I have a Razor Claw in my inventory, I can actually, yes, we can just do this right now. Razor Claw, XP Candy. I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quick. XP Candies are awesome. How much XP does it need to the next level? It's only level 1. Okay, perfect. Look at this. Beautiful. Bam, Weevil coming. Here we go. The nice Weavile evolution added to the Dex, boys. Really interesting Pokemon. A really cool OU competitive Pokemon that I never really played with much, which kind of explains why I didn't have it in my Pokedex, but it's a really cool Pokemon. We're now at 212 out of 239, and moving on, we need to eventually level up this Wobbuffet, but that won't take too much at all. I'm not super worried about that. We have Mantine to take care of. I need to go catch a Mantine and then breed it down with, I believe, a Wave Ensense. Another one of those Ensense baby Pokemon. Also, the visual glitch fixed once I headed over to the Unova region. Kind of funny. I can go ahead and release this Octilleria. I do not need that anymore. I do need the why not, and the Weavile is down here to be sold off later. Now, I need to go actually horde out here. There's a Mantine horde out here in Adela Town really easily. I think it's right here, ×5, which is super easy. I'm here all the time for XP training. I do have to kind of watch out, though, because my Breloom is 4 times weak to flying attacks, so some Hurricane spams could mess me up. I just realized that Mantike and Togetic are actually the last 2 Pokemon that I need to prep, because that's going to be 2 and 1 for Togetic and Togekiss. So this is the last 2 in terms of preparation, and then we're going to call it. Let's go ahead and catch this female Mantine. This Mantine, for whatever reason, is a huge problem to catch. I false swiped it, spored it, pretty much at 1 HP. It's restoring some HP from Aqua Rain, but I repeat balled it and I couldn't catch it. And I do have Mantine itself in my Pokedex, so that should get affected by the repeat ball. I just need the Mantike. It still wouldn't catch. Level 36, by the way. I never would have expected Mantine to be a Pokemon with like a really high catch rate, but it's kind of coming off like that. I don't know if there was a glitch on the OT or what happened. I swear this thing ate up like 12 repeat balls and it finally got caught up on an Ultra Ball. That was a pain to catch. And it looks like I don't have the Wave Ensense either, so I'm going to have to check the GTL for that and hope that's actually an item. Maybe it just needs the C Ensense. No, I see the Wave Ensense. Okay. And I'm going to get upcharged on the GTL. I should just go somewhere, but honestly, it's only a 1K upcharge. I'm going to do the lazy man thing and just go for it via that. Don't do that, though, if you don't have to. You can just go to the location. I believe it's in Hoenn. There should be an incense shop, and I think Rustboro City. Someone could correct me in the comments. But with the Wave Ensense acquired and a cheap Water A male A group breeder acquired, we can go ahead and finally get the Mantike. This was like some of the toughest ones. I feel like these last couple, like the Why Not and the Mantike, have been some of the toughest ones to get, funnily enough. So we're going to give that plenty of time to hatch and then also work our way towards that Togetic. So funnily enough, the best way to actually get this Togetic is going to be to buy a Togetic off the GTL, breed it down into a Togepi since I do have OT for that, and then level it all the way up to a Togekiss. Now I will say I actually already have my Togetic, or Togepi, excuse me, from the storyline that's 15s across. I really don't mind, honestly, turning this into Togekiss, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the first box, and you know what that means? We're essentially done. Essentially done, kind of done, not really done. What I have to do now is wait for this Mantike egg to hatch, and then we have to XP train everything that we've been preparing and everything we've been working towards, but it shouldn't be too bad. But thank you guys so much for watching up to this point in this series, and hopefully I'll see you on episode 4 to finally wrap things up and complete my first Pokedex in PokeMMO after, just 11 years of playing the game. Not a big deal, but it's pretty crazy to finally do something like this after so long, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content, daily videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. The Discord link is down below for updates on all that content. I actually just finished moving recently, so streams were really wonky for the time being. This is probably coming out way after that's happened though. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content, support my channel, keep things rolling, if I've given you enough hours of content to warrant it, if I've either A, helped your PokeMMO journey, or B, given you mildly entertaining background content while you're grinding the game, getting those shinies, getting those PvP Pokemon, or maybe even completing your Pokedex, YouTube memberships, Twitch primes, Twitch subs, and most importantly, PayPal/Venmo donations do keep the lights on and do allow me to keep making content. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. Thank you for your time and good luck. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.
Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I think it's finally time to complete my Pokedex within PokeMMO. Well, at least my Kanto Pokedex, but who's really counting? I've been playing this game since 2013 and have around 6,300 hours logged into it, and have never completed a single region's Pokedex, and today that finally changes. So let's head over to Hoenn and start on that. We have to get some XP today, boys. And if you find yourself enjoying today's video or enjoying today's video series during this Pokedex completion journey, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe. If you didn't like it, feel free to dislike. What we're looking at here in box 1 is all of the Pokemon I have left to level to get their evolved forms to finally finish the Pokedex. These ones down here need to be trade evolved, and then these ones we actually still get to sell off for some profit. We're probably going to deal with those first. The Weavile went up for 130k. The Leafeon's going to go up for 150k, which seems really high, but a huge part of it is that it's female. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the Jolteon as well for around 150k. I think I might go actually 160, 170k on it, I believe. Kind of a weird price line, but I'm hoping they sell. If not, I don't mind waiting on relistings. The Flareon's a really tough one. I'm probably going to put it up for between 60 to 80. We'll go a nice 70 on it in between. Alright, but now that the boring stuff is taken care of, let's go ahead and actually get to the work. First things first, I do want to go get some more happiness points on this Togepi. I'm going to go get it groomed by Gary Oak's sister one time, and then I should be able to start leveling, and it should be evolved really quickly. I need to double check to make sure I have all the leveling up like requirements for these Pokemon. Like Charmander is obviously just levels and XP, same with Weedle, but certain things like Togepi do need some happiness. Pichu is another great example of this. Alright, here you are at Gary Oak's house in Kanto, just quickly doing this. If you don't know about it, it's a quick little tip, gets you some free happiness on a Pokemon. You always love to see it. I still have that Pichu, unfortunately, but it'll get happiness via the leveling up process. I'm going to be doing 3 of the weirdest leveling up ones first. Like, for example, this Lickilicky needs to level up while knowing the move Rollout, which it gets level 6, so I should be able to actually just go ahead and get that. But other than all of this, I think I'm just ready to go ahead and get started. I'm going to head over to the XP location. I'm going to pop an XP Charm, and we're going to get ripping. I'm of course going to be XP training here at Tentacruel today, really hoping I don't get a shiny, but I don't really need a Tentacruel yet, but one day I will get one, so it's not the biggest thing in the world if I do, but kind of hoping I don't. I've been doing a lot of single encounters for rares recently, so hopefully I don't waste a shiny here, but, quote unquote waste. A shiny's a shiny. Let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1... 100% charm popped. Let's go ahead, start sweet sending, start discharging with our Magnet Zone, and see what we can do. Keep in mind, we are starting this process at 213 out of 239 in the Kanto Pokedex. And you might have already noticed something I totally forgot to do. I didn't turn on my XP training link or the XP share all option. I need to quickly do that. I didn't gain XP on anything. There we go, the XP reamplifier. So many different XP items in the game now. This item is going to allow essentially XP all. It's going to put XP on all the Pokemon within my party. And gives a plus 5% bonus over XP share. Now, is XP reamplifier really worth it? That's for another video. Okay, Lickitung just immediately did learn Rollout, which means the next level up, it'll get evolved into Lickilicky, and we'll already be done with that Pokemon. Here's our Togepi evolving as well. Nice. That'll give us Togetic, and that's one of the Pokemon that we actually needed. That'll be one Pokedex entry, and then I still need Togekiss. That's just a Shiny Stone, though. So I need to get a Shiny Stone. I need to make sure I have, I believe, an Electric Stone, a Thunder Stone on me on hand for Pichu to Raichu as well. Oh, there's the Lickitung Evo. It got rollout, so it counted. Okay, we're gonna be done with like all 3 of these Pokemon literally just within 1 horde. That's awesome. There we go. Lickilicky added to the Pokedex. And I do have some shiny stones in my bag. Let's use an untradeable one on the Togetic. And here's our Togekiss. This is what I was talking about, man. This is what all of that preparation was for. We are getting so many Pokedex entries so quickly now because we prepared for this so well. Awesome. There's Kiss. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly throw these done Pokemon back into the PC, as well as grab 2 more Pokemon to be leveled. Let's just go ahead and grab Rhyhorn and Elekid. These are also Pokemon that, if I recall correctly, need certain trade evolutions after their evolution, so we'll get that done with. I'm also going to go ahead and put away my catching Breloom, since I actually don't really need that. The only thing that's kind of weird with this sort of setup is that I am going to be essentially putting special defense EVs on all of these Pokemon, and some of these Pokemon are just UTs that are ready to be EV trained and turn into competitive Pokemon. So I'm going to have to go back and essentially like delete some of the EVs on these, or just sell them off and have the person who buys them delete the EVs. It shouldn't be too expensive, since I'm using the XP charm. I'm getting so much XP per horde that it's really not that big of a deal to actually like have to go back and spend like 3 berries, like maybe 5k per Pokemon, probably less, to delete the EVs. It's best just to focus on it this way, since it is still so fast just to level train at this location. Tentacruels here are awesome. This horde should be what levels up Pichu, since it should have enough happiness at this point. It's crazy how much of this process is just canceling or declining level up moves. It's actually eating up so much of my time. Here's the Pichu evolution. It'll go into Pikachu, and then I have to Thunderstone it into Raichu, and that'll be that Pokedex entry. Here's the Raichu evolution. There we go. Raichu added to the Pokedex, updating our number to 217 out of 239. Went ahead and grabbed Piloswine out of the PC. He should only need 1 level, because I think he only needs to level up once while knowing Ancient Power to be able to get Mamoswine. Alright, this should be the horde that causes Piloswine to evolve into Mamoswine, if I'm not mistaken. Yup, there it is. I love this when his little eyes pop out. You always forget Piloswine has those little beady eyes. And then bam, there we go, Mamoswine. A really, really cool Pokemon. I'm a huge fan of Mamoswine. Pretty crazy I didn't have an OT of it yet. That's kind of embarrassing. With a lot of these higher level Pokemon, it's honestly taking quite a bit of time to level them. I think I'm going to go ahead and just pop an XP candy on this Wynot, for example, which is kind of funny since I'm literally charming, but it only needs 1 level, and it only needs, what, 6,400 XP? And that 6,400 XP might take quite a while when actually doing, let's do 6k with that, and then we'll do 500. Yeah, that 6,500 might take quite a while of XP when doing Tentacruels, because I have so many Pokemon and everything like that. So you know what, let's just go ahead and do XP candies. I have them stored up. They're pretty cheap, but I just have tons stocked up just from playing the game and catching alphas and stuff here and there. So there we go, Wobbuffet completed and done. That Piloswine took a really long time, for example. So now that is done. Let's get back to these lower level mons. Let's go ahead and throw Charmander into the mix. Why not? Now, I'm not gonna lie, unfortunately, I'm getting way more special defense EVs on these Pokemon than I expected, but that is just something that the person that I sell these off to is gonna have to deal with. That kind of sucks. Part of me wishes I would have EV trained these ahead of time, but at the same time, I know that's not really the main point of this challenge. I don't really want to deal with that right now. I think it's fair to just go ahead and do this. But it's definitely a tough call and definitely up for negotiation. Okay, our next Pokedex entry is probably going to be Elekid once it gets to level 30. Then it will evolve into Electabuzz, and then I'll put that item on it, put it back in the PC, and then trade Evo it later for Electivire. Other than that, we have Ammonite becoming Omastar at level 40, which is kind of late, and then Rhyhorn becoming Rhydon at level 42. We need to trade Evo that one as well. It's just a lot of XP to get still. It's taking quite a bit. We might need to do some XP candies or something after this, which I'm okay with. At this point, I'm almost feeling like XP candies might have been the better way to tackle this, but it would have cost way more Pokeyen. But hey, I already spent 40k on this XP charm, and I'm losing a lot of the time due to actually just declining moves and everything. So, I don't know, in evolution streams like this. But here's Charmeleon. And hilariously, I didn't have an OT Patrouski Charmeleon in the decks prior to this, so we'll get Charmeleon and Charizard done here. Alright, here's that Elekid evolution into Electabuzz. I already have Electabuzz in my Pokedex, I'm pretty sure, but I need it to be able to trade Evo it for Electivire, so we'll get that set up. What's the item that I need for it? It's like Magmarizer or Electurizer. Yup, exactly. We'll go ahead and put that item onto him, throw him in the boxes, and trade Evo him later afterwards. I went ahead and grabbed Drowzee out of the box as well. He's up next. Alright, this should be the horde that levels up Drowzee and it gets him to evolve into a Hypno, I believe.
Yep, there it is. There is the evolution. We'll go ahead and get that quick Hypno Pokedex entry and then switch it out for another Pokemon within the PC. We'll also check on the PC and see how many Pokemon we have left to level up. Speaking of, we are currently at, is it 220 or 221 after the Hypno? Let's see, 221 out of 239. In goes Hypno into the PC, and we have these, 8 Pokemon left to level, plus the Pokemon in our inventory, of course. Let's go ahead and grab... How much XP does this thing need? Probably not that much for Muck. Yeah, level 38. Okay, we'll go for that. Only 24 minutes left on the XP charm. It's so much time is getting sucked away from level ups and evolutions and everything. So honestly, I'm not sure if I should have used a 100% XP charm on this. I probably should have used a 50% since it's way cheaper. But that's okay. Once again, I really don't mind spending a bunch of Pokeyen on this actual goal. I just want to get it done with. It's a really fun thing to finally finish after so many years. All right, here's that Grimer evolution up into Muck. We only have 15 minutes left on our XP charm, but that's okay. I think we'll be in pretty good shape still. Might have to use XP charms or XP candies or extra stuff, but we'll get it done. There's our Muck Pokedex entry. And I'll stick around here for one more horde because this should be the horde that levels up our Charmeleon. That'll give us our Charizard Pokedex entry. Ooh, we also have Omastar coming up as well. We have a bunch actually that we've been storing up to. So level 40 coming in a quick sec here, but here's that Charizard. It is hilarious to not have a Charizard Pokedex entry after 10 years, but here we're finally getting it. I guess I'm a little bit too much of a hipster sometimes. Still haven't gotten that OT Charizard, but yep, now we have it, the nerd neck man himself. Back to PC we go to throw those 2 Pokemon in there, Charizard and Muck. We only have, how many left? Let's go ahead and do the Weedle and the Caterpie, actually, since those only need to get brought to level 10. That should be super quick. Let's go ahead and take care of those. These 2 literally might be something like 1 horde, maybe 2, just to go ahead and get those Pokedex entries. We have to sit through a lot of evolution screens, though. Yup, Weedle literally got to level 10 on that 1 horde. Caterpie as well. Yup, let's sit through the Evo times. There's Metapod. Here's Kakuna. Oh, and you need to do a different battle, I guess. Okay, I just got Metapod and Kakuna. We have to do a separate battle to get those double evolutions. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen, but I guess that makes sense. And here we go. This should give us both Butterfree and Beedrill, which is hilarious that I never had either of them in my Pokedex as well. I guess I never really used them in the early game in Kanto since I knew they just kind of fell off really hard, but Butterfree is fantastic. Butterfree carried the heck out of me during my Nuzlocke, actually. This Alpha Butterfree did just come out super beautiful, by the way. I'm really, really happy with this Pokemon. And there's our Beedrill as well, which I forgot our Beedrill was also 2 times 31 and had some pretty sick stats. Back to the PC we go. Let's switch these 2 out as well. Let's dump Beedrill and Butterfree in there, move them back down here. Pick up something like Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto should only need 1 level to actually get its evolution, since it's our level 49 as a Pidgeotto. It needs 1 level to be a Pidgeot, and that'll be complete for that. But I need other Pokemon. I totally forgot an extra Pokemon, so let me grab 1 more. Let's grab something like Abra. Abra should also only need 1 level, so I'm going to get into a Kadabra and then trade Evo it into a Zam. Oh, I totally forgot / didn't expect that, but here's our Ammonite evolution as well into Omastar, so we'll get that done with. And Rhyhorn has been in our party for what seems like forever. Still need level 42 for Rhydon for him. Let's go trade this out really quickly as well for another Pokemon. 9 minutes left in the XP charm. Let's see how many more Pokemon we can crank out before we run out of time. All right, Omastar in. Let's bring out Mankey out. Oh, okay, those are Kadabra Evo as well. Easy peasy. We'll put that back on the PC to make it into a Zam in a quick sec. I'm excited to get those trade Evos done as well, because that'll be such like rapid fire completion for the decks. Only 2 Pokemon left to level. I mean, including everything in my party, of course, but we're really close to being there, actually. I think this XP charm ended up working out pretty much perfectly. I'm really happy with it. I'd rather have, like, not any free time and use all of it and actually like take advantage of the full 1 hour versus having some extra free time at the end that I couldn't really utilize. I'd rather have it to be this way, honestly. Okay, so quick little progress update. We need level 23 for Granbull, and Snubble is currently level 18. That's doing pretty swell. I think we need 28 for Mankey, which is kind of farish away from 18. There's our Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, so that's actually just done. And then our Rhyhorn's at 39. We need him to level 42. There we go. Pidgeot complete, added to the decks. It's hilarious that after so many years, I didn't have things like Beedrill, Butterfree, or Pidgeot. Some of like those early game Kanto Mons that everybody sort of picks up, I just avoided. Okay, 3 minutes left, but we literally have every single Pokemon that I need to level actually in my party. There's no more Pokemon that need XP training within my PC, which is a really, really good feeling. Alright, so it seems we're getting level 28 for Machoke, level 28 for Primeape, we talked about earlier, level 23 for Granbull, and level 42 for Rhydon. And then we're pretty much done. We need to do obviously all of our trade evolutions as well, but that should be a breeze. And remember, the last Pokemon we'll probably end up getting for my Kanto Pokedex is hilariously probably going to be Magby, because I have to trade Evo my Magmar into Magmortar and then breed it back down into Magby. That's probably going to be our last one, which is kind of funny. It's not really an important or Pokemon. Definitely not a Pokemon you think of when you think of the Kanto region at all. Snubble's gonna get level 23 right here. Only 20 seconds left. That'll probably be the last horde I'm able to do, but that's okay. I should be able to clean up the rest with XP candies for pretty freaking cheap. Definitely not worried about that. Yeah, I'm literally just sitting here declining moves as the timer ticked down, but that's okay. Here is the Granbull. Really cool Pokemon. Another really interesting Trick Room Pokemon. I wish Granbull was a little better. Like, the issue with Granbull is, like, he's not quite bulky enough, and he has no speed, and he hits pretty hard. 120 is pretty decent, but he's normal typing. Like, he hits okay. Doesn't have any super effective stuff, except for coverage. No stab super effective. Granbull's a really interesting Pokemon. I wish he was better. It's cool that he gets Intimidate and Quick Feet. Those are really cool abilities. If only he had if he had 90s and HP defense, like maybe like an 80 or something like that, around a little bulkier, he would be like a really good Trick Room user, but he's just not quite there, unfortunately. But that is the XP charm over with. Let's go back to the PC, put the Granbull away, and use some XP candies to clean the last of things up. Look at how things look. It's really interesting. All these Pokemon level. We have 3 more to XP candy and then 6 to trade Evo. Well, actually 7, 8 once we get the Rhydon and the Machop up. So we need level 28 on the Mankey. That means 6 levels there. Let's go ahead and bring up our XP candies and see how much that's going to be. 800 or so. I don't know what the best way to do this is. Let's try large. Is that going to be too much XP? I only need 6 levels. No, okay, that seems perfect. So we'll do that first. We'll do 5 levels, and then how much more does it need? 600. We'll just go ahead and do 1 small as well, since smalls and extra smalls are pretty much the same price, which is hilarious because people just need them to actually do little level up stuff like this. Or like on level 1 Pokemon, they don't really care how much XP they're actually gaining when it's that small. It's more so just to get an evolution to trigger. And there we go. There is Primeape. Primeape is definitely one of those Pokemon that as I've gotten older, I think I appreciate him more and more and see more and more of my monkey brain self within him. Yeah, let's throw him in the PC and keep XP candying. Machop needs 28. We should be able to do a large for him as well. Get 7 levels there and then finish it off with maybe a medium or maybe a small. All right, here we go. Yeah, 1 medium candy should be enough for Machop. Get him up into Machoke. Here we go, the beautiful evolution screen. Then we'll trade Evo him into Machamp, and that'll be that Pokedex entry that I need. I'm really glad I'm finally getting this done. A huge thing that people would always meme on me for with my Pokedex is that I actually have all of the difficult entries already done. I have all of the Pheno only Pokemon. If you want to complete your Pokedex, the most difficult part of that is usually getting all of the Pheno Pokemon, such as Audino, Ducklet, stuff like that, Drillbur, Excadrill. Those things can be kind of a huge pain, and I already had all of them taken care of. Let's put a small onto this, and that will be 42, giving us Rhydon, and now we need to trade Evo everything over. All right, here we go, the final product. 8 Pokemon here to be trade Evo'd. All of these ones were leveled. I need to sell off a lot of these as well. We'll do that later. But if I'm not mistaken, I should have 9 Pokedex entries left, I believe, in my Kanto. 10. So what am I missing? Am I forgetting something? Let's double check. All right, so we have Alakazam, Machamp, and Slowking taken care of. We have all of those there. We have Politoed taken care of. He's sitting in our PC ready to go. Rhyperior is taken care of. Magmortar is taken care of. I see what I forgot. What I forgot was that Porygon essentially counts as 2. So I think we are totally prepared. We actually do have everything. Nice. Let's find the kindest soul in the world who is willing to help me trade evolve 8 Pokemon. It's going to take a quick second. I appreciate their patience. All right, huge shout out to Yakatov for the help. This is going to be super, super awesome. Yeah, I'll actually tell him, yes, please. So what this means is I'm just going to trade him all the Pokemon, and he's going to cancel. I'll tell him, cancel all and back. So he's going to cancel all the evolutions when they happen. There's going to be so many, and he's going to trade them back. Okay, we need Pokemon parties. Also, someone was saying something nice to me in chat. Thank you for the tips. Yo, thanks for watching, Ken. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. This time should work. Once again, thank you, Yakutov. I know this is a lot to do, so I really appreciate him. Like, it's not an easy thing to cancel all 5, trade them all back. Like, it's his time and everything, so it is super, super appreciated. And here's the trade back screen for me. Now, I'm about to see 5 evolutions back to back to back. Let's see them. First up is Machamp. And we're about to see our Pokedex entries go from 229 to a much higher number. There is Machamp, first one done. Here is Porygon up to Porygon 2. I have to do Porygon again for Porygon Z. All right, Porygon 2 done with. Next up is Alakazam. Beautiful, beautiful. Next up is Electivire. It's so satisfying, man. Setting all of this up, all this preparation, it all finally paying off. It's pretty cool to see. There is Electivire done with. Really cool sound effect. Good battle cry from him. Which next up should be Rhyperior. I've never had a Rhyperior. Gonna be cool to see. There we go. Him materializing. There you go. Beautiful, big, bulky guy. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go for round 2. Put all these bad boys away. These can all go over here. A lot of these are done with, except for the Porygon. I need a Dubious Disc, and we'll go back again for that. But these guys are all complete. Let's go ahead and grab these 3. I think we're like, it's crazy. I think we're just almost there. Let me grab the Dubious Disc. One more trade, I think, and we're just done, correct? But it feels crazy. Let me check. The Kanto Pokedex, 234 out of 239. Such a satisfying feeling. I'll have to breed down Magby, and then we'll be done for real. Here's the locking in of the last trade. Once again, thank you, Yakutov. Here we go. Beautiful. Him saving all the animations for us was super perfect. Here is Porygon Z. This is actually the Porygon I'm using for my Johto run once that finally comes out, which is super exciting. Or I thought it was, but maybe it's not. That actually might have been a different Porygon. I might have just evolved the wrong Porygon. I think this was meant to be a Trick Room setting NU Porygon. But, oh well, oops. That's kind of a big mistake, but who cares? We're completing our Kanto decks today. Politoed done. Magmortar is up right here. Beautiful, happy to see it. Bro has the cannons on his arms materializing. It's so funny, why does he have cannons with claws on them? Always a strange design, but I'm not against it. And then next up is Slowking. Not a huge fan of this Pokemon. I don't know how to tell you why, but I don't know. Not for me. I'm a Slowbro fan. Whew. And there you go. That is all of the evolutions done with. That Porygon mistake is kind of hilarious. That actually kind of sucks, but honestly, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll probably just sell it off, I guess. Whew. Man, it is time to go just breed down this Magmortar, and then I'm officially done. Look at this. 238 out of 239. I don't think this thing had any good stats. Actually, it did. This is the one that rolled Jolly, and then, yeah, let's try to actually carry some stats over on this. This Mianthu just got listed for 10K, and that is the perfect breeder. Literally just listed. That's perfect. I'm hoping this thing doesn't need an Incense to be bred down into Magby, but it might, which might be a little bit of a mistake on my part in terms of the breeding, but if it does, it's really not that big of a deal. I just don't get to care over that Jolly nature, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's not, it's not the reason why we're doing this. Once again, we're here to complete the Pokedex. So let's just check. Let's see what this looks like. If it shows me it's coming out as Magmar, I'm going to have to go get the correct Incense. Nope. Okay. Whew. That's a huge relief, actually. That's super nice not having to worry about that. Patrouski OT Magby is on the way. And there it is. The Magby has hatched, and that means our Kanto Pokedex is complete. Let's check it out. That's such a crazy feeling. 239. I can actually go get my ability patch now. It's crazy. The entire reason I did this, I almost didn't record this, but it became a really fun, really refreshing little mini series for me. I almost didn't do this. The reason I did this was so that I could make a guide to show people how ability patches came into the game. That's really the only reason I did this. I need to complete one Pokedex within one region so I can show people who to talk to and what the animation looks like and everything, how ability patches come into the game. That's really it. I did all of this just for that, and I made like 4 videos just on the purpose to make this one little quick 2-minute guide. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this journey. I know for me, a huge part of this was the fact that I knew that if I woke up one day and said, you know what, today I'm going to complete the Pokedex, the first thing I'm doing, loading up YouTube, Googling PokeMMO Pokedex completion, and seeing what pops up. And I'm going to watch guides, the process of that journey to that completion. I'm going to watch stuff in the background while I myself am chasing that goal. That's just how I like to engage in content. I know a lot of people like to do that as well. So that was a huge motivator for me for this. And if you liked that idea, you liked today's content, this video, this mini series, please do make sure to leave a like on the video or just let me know in the comments. That kind of feedback really does help out a ton with the algorithm, lets me know what kind of content people are enjoying. Dislike if you didn't enjoy it, that's totally okay as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I upload every single day and stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. The Discord is linked down below for updates and all that content. And if you want to go above and beyond, have the biggest smile in the whole room, be the biggest, coolest duder, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo, all links down below. Keep the lights on, allow me to stay full time, allow me to try to focus on making the best content possible. I appreciate you guys' time, appreciate you watching, and have a fantastic day. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.
Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and I did not expect myself to be continuing my Pokedex completion journey so soon, but I am here in Hoenn, which is the perfect location to go ahead and try to complete my Hoenn Pokedex. We recently completed the Johto Pokedex after 6,000 hours, 10 years of playing the game. Obviously, not all that time was spent to play the Pokedex, just passively and everything, but we finally did it. It took way too long. People have been asking me about it forever, and I think now it's time to actually go ahead and move on to the Hoenn Pokedex. I'm in a really good completionist mood and mindset, so it's the perfect time to do this series. So welcome to the Hoenn Pokedex completion challenge, and if you enjoyed today's time here, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Maybe you're even completing your Pokedex while watching this video. I know that's what I would do. Now, the Hoenn series is going to be very similar to the Johto series, where we'll also be making a ton of Pokeyen along the way with really good breeds, and we'll also be storing a lot of Pokemon in our PC box number 1, and those will be leveled up later. For example, the very first Pokemon that I need in my Hoenn Dex is Grovyle, so the best way to go about doing that is to actually breed a Trico, and then go ahead and XP level him up later on. So I'm going to work on that first things first. It's also really important to note that completing the Johto Pokedex actually helped us like so much with our progress towards the Hoenn one. We got a lot of Pokemon done here that we also need in the Johto one. You can see that our caught OT is actually 215 out of 246, so we don't need that many. But let's go ahead and find ourselves a good deal on a Trico on the GTL and start breeding. Usually when I look for a good deal on a Pokemon, the first thing I do is look for 25 plus in HP defense and special defense. However, the cheapest one for that for Trico is 40k, which is pretty pricey still. So we're actually going to lower these one by one down to around 20 to see if we can find any uber cheap. This is what I'm looking for, like 3k, 4k. These are some uber cheap Tricos that already have some stats going on for them that I might be able to use. So I'm going to browse through these really quick. This is what I'm looking for. This one is 6k, calm nature, and it's 20 plus in 4 stats, so it just needs that 31 speed. Now, I will say the only issue with this Trico is that finding a Ditto breeder for it is going to be kind of expensive, since it wants 31 speed and then 20 plus and so many other stats. Usually those Dittos are kind of expensive. It's probably going to be cheaper for me to actually brace one of the stats on this Pokemon, funnily enough. And this was my plan, to shoot for bracing the special defense. This is actually 29, which is quite high. If I do that, we do see Dittos like 8,500, 8k. These prices are super decent. I'm super happy with that. Now, if I were to put this also at 20 plus, the price shoots all the way up to 28k, and that's where things don't really become worth for me. Definitely better to brace the special defense on the Trico. Now, I do want to find the best Trico possible for me, so it's good to try to look for things like 25 plus in the HP. Any stats that you might need, you do want to look out for. However, that really hurt the other stats on it. There were some really good ones. Let's look for 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and actually go back to 20 plus HP and see the best Trico or best Ditto we can find. I really like this one, funnily enough. It's 10k, so it's a little more expensive than the other ones, but what I like about this one is that it could roll attack as well and go for that high roll, which I actually really care about, because Trico / Sceptile can be a very mixed attacker, or it can go special or physical. And when you go for 20 plus in HPs and defenses like I did for this video specifically, you're not committing to one of those attack styles yet, so you sort of let the buyer of the breeder decide what they want to do, which opens up more sellers and more profit. But I do want this to remain mostly a Pokedex completion video and not a breeding for profit video, so let's focus up a little bit and buy what we need for this breed and move on. Here's what the breed is going to look like. Pretty nice, not too shabby. We'll see how the attack IV rolls. We'll grab that, yoink it up, and get back to Pokedex. Entry number 2 is a really easy one. I just gotta go catch a Poochyena. It's hilarious I don't already have one in my Pokedex, considering how unbelievably common this Pokemon is pretty much everywhere. I even have a Mightyena, just not a Pooch. All right, but there's Pooch caught, even got it added to the Pokedex entry. Nice to see. Pretty decent-ish stats. I don't really know if it'll sell for anything, but that's okay. Moving on, next up we have Swellow, and this is another Pokemon that I could go ahead and like breed a Tailo and then XP train it up for profit or whatever, but it has a horde in a couple locations and also some common encounters. I might just go catch a wild one. All right, there's our Swellow caught. Let's check the IVs for fun. Anything? Nope, that's okay. What's up next? We go through quite a few lines of completion, all green, nice and beautiful to see. Hariyama is the next Pokemon, which definitely has a horde, yeah, and Hoenn, pretty easily to access. Now, I believe the horde is just on this side of Evergrande City, essentially next to the Elite Four right here in this cave. I should be able to find Hariyama. Yeah, I know they have Detect or Protect as well, which is kind of annoying, but it should be pretty easy enough to clear them out and catch one for Pokedex. There's our Hariyama caught. Let's check the stats for fun. Nothing worth selling. Then next up in the Pokedex is going to be the big mustache fella himself, Probopass. Okay, so it seems like the best way to get Probopass is going to be to go catch a Nose Pass with Rock Smash over in Granite Cave. Now, is this Granite Cave? Yes. So I need to find the area where you're allowed to Rock Smash within this cave, and then I should be good. I'm going to need Flash in this cave. Thankfully, I have it on my shiny Hoppep. And then once I get that Nose Pass, it should be really easy to just XP Candy it in a magnetic field, which are kind of all over the game. You can do one in Unova that I'm very aware of. I just need something to Rock Smash, really all I'm looking for right now. And it should be very common from those Rock Smash encounters within Granite Cave. Ooh, I ran into an Aeron as well, which I actually need later on to do the Pokedex entries for Lairon and Aggron. So you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and catch them. Why not? All right, great Pokemon to catch for later. Even a 31 as well on special defense. Not bad, not bad. And it's female as well, which is nice. Okay, I found a couple rocks to Rock Smash. I'm going to run out my Repel just in case. I never remember correctly if you Rock Smash a rock with Repel, do you actually repel that encounter? I don't know. So just in case, I'm just going to run out my Repel because I just want to be able to Rock Smash them and make sure I get the encounter. It should be very common, I believe, to actually encounter a Nose Pass once you smash them. Let's see. What are the odds? No encounter there. Let's see. No encounter there. My last chance. There should be more rocks nearby, but please be one. Close. Might as well catch the Geodude for a fossil chance. Nope, no fossil, no IVs. But more rocks to smash, so I'm okay with that. Wish me good luck. Let's see. Nose Pass. Awesome. All right, Nose Pass caught. Just gotta evolve it into Probopass at some point. Got a Heartstone and 31 defense. I'm gonna dig my way out of this deep dark cave. I want to go deal with this Nose Pass / Probopass evolution ASAP just so I don't forget. It's just a quick 1 level up. I think you can also do this at the power plant in Kanto, but I always do it here at Mistralton Cave. I need to actually sort my Pokemon now that we think about it as well. Release that Geodude. I think I can just release the Swellow as well if it has no stats. I think I only needed the Swellow for the OT. Yep, I can go ahead and release that Pokemon. Easy peasy. I can release this Poochyena. Don't need him as well. And then same with Hariyama, I just do not need it. But I do need the Trico, Aeron, and Nose Pass. Let's go grab him for now, though. I'm just going to XP Candy him really quick as well, since it's just so fast and easy. It should just be right inside this cave. Let's pop the XP Candy. Let's move a little forward into it. Pop XP Candy. I don't know what he'll need. Let's do a small, I guess. He shouldn't need that much XP. Yeah, it's 1 level. Let's see if it actually works for the evolution. It should work. And there we go. After declining 1 level up move, here's the evolution from Nose Pass into Probopass. I would love to try to make Probopass work in NU. I actually made an Eeveelite Nose Pass, back in the day, but that thing was a terrible idea. It was just really for the memes and for the jokes, but it was a cool thing to build. Here's our Probopass. Really cool to see. Bold nature. Honestly, this thing is pretty nice. Bold, 31 defense. Honestly solid. A solid start to a breed for anyone who wants a competitive Probopass. I don't know how I managed to skip over my boy Shiftry, but I did. Incredibly cool Pokemon. I need to go get myself a Seedot / a Nuzleaf. Thankfully, I'll probably just go get Seedot. I could go for Nuzleaf, but he's pretty rare. Versus, I could just go for a Seedot. He evolves into level 14, which is super early on, and then Leaf Stone. So it should be a pretty easy evolution change. So let's go ahead and let's go get our Seedot. Seedot also has one of my favorite ×3 horde locations in the entire game, which is really cool. There's a lot of really good shinies here. Lotad, Seviper, Zangoose is a really good one, and then obviously Seedot. There we go. Only 2 hordes, and there's our Seedot one. All right, there's the Seedot caught at level 17, which means I only need to XP Candy it once to get to level up once, to get it to evolve, and then to obviously Leaf Stone. Do I have any extra Leaf Stones? I do, thankfully, laying around. XP Candies are such a huge lifesaver, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and get that level and get that Nuzleaf. Here is the evolution itself. I don't remember. I think I have Seedot and Nuzleaf. I just don't have Shiftry, funnily enough. But there's Nuzleaf, one of my favorite middle stage evolution Pokemon. Super turbo, uber underrated. Always make sure to use your untradeable stack of items if you have them and you also have tradable. Let's use that on our Nuzleaf and get our Shiftry. There you go, perfect. And he is now added to the Pokedex. Let's see the little line of dialogue. Maybe not, just kidding. Leaf Tornado time. All right, next up, we actually have one of the most time-consuming ones I'm probably going to do today, and that is Skitty. I could get lucky, but I need Skitty and Deltaddy, so the best way to do it is obviously just to go catch a Skitty. It's all I can do. I have to go to Route 116 in Hoenn and look for that rarity encounter. It could take me a long time. I could be really lucky on it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it plays out. Keep in mind, I'll be starting at 31,775 encounters on my encounter counter, so that's the best way to keep track of how long it took. Okay, well, not joking, I got it first encounter, so YouTuber luck continues on. And there we go, easy peasy. Guess just a little bit of a skill gap. Let's go ahead and Moonstone this thing ASAP. I'm not even going to check the stats. Do I not have a Moonstone in my inventory left over? Oh, goodness. It's 31 HP, 25 plus defense, 25 plus speed. Pretty solid. Moonstones are pretty cheap on the GTL, pretty easy to pick up for 3,800. Let's go ahead and pop that sucker onto the cat himself. There we go, bam, boom, Deltaddy incoming. Did not expect that one to go as smoothly as it did. That was pretty freaking nice to see, to say the least of it. Pokedex completion progress going pretty smooth and feels good. Next up would be to go get that Aeron to later evolve into Lairon and Aggron, but since I already have that prepared, I can go ahead and move on from there. Then we go over to Medicham. I've never been a huge fan of Meditite and Medicham's design visually as Pokemon, but Medicham is a pure power Pokemon and is pretty interesting because of that, in my opinion. Now, this thing should actually be a decently easy catch. I'm probably going to go into the Victory Road in Hoenn and try to hoard for one. The issue being, I don't know what floor it's on, so I might have to like jump around a couple floors and actually traverse a little bit till I find it, which is kind of a pain, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it's on one of the early floors. I'm actually going to start from the bottom, I think. Let's go ahead and actually, this one. There's two different locations you can actually fly to at the Hoenn Elite Four, funnily enough. Let's start here, run into the cave from the bottom. Let's just hoard here straight off the bat to see what we get first things first. We see Hariyama still. Okay, I'm going to start from the top then, because if this is also Hariyama, then I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and start from the top. That would give us one extra different encounter if it wasn't, but it also is. All right, so heading from here, let's go ahead and run past Bill, who's endlessly waiting for me. We took one ladder down to an darkened area. Maybe, hopefully, Medicham is here. We see Lairon hordes. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm going to hoard here for a couple more times to see if we can find a 50-50 Lairon Medicham or something. Nope, looking like 100% Lairon hordes, at least after 3 of them, which, I mean, is pretty cool. It's a great Pokemon, great horde. Okay, 2 ladders down into the abyss, and then we finally get our Medicham. Easy peasy. I'm not sure how difficult this will be to catch. It might actually be kind of annoying. I had to actually teach strength over Seed Bomb in the process, which is kind of funny, but it shouldn't matter too much on things. Honestly, it might just be nice to have that HM as long as I can still one-shot things. I'm curious how much damage they'll do to me with pure power. Hopefully, it's not too bad. That's not too bad, but it could be a little scary over time. Okay, Medicham caught and added to the deck. Let's check these stats. Nothing really going on. That's okay. What is up next? First, I have to get out of this freaking cave. I'm super deep in. And scrolling down the big green list, it looks like next up is going to be Gulpin and Swalot, 2 really underrated Pokemon. Don't even think about leaving that comment. All right, so the best way for us to do this is pretty simple. I have to head over to Route 110 in Hoenn and just look for a Gulpin. It should be an uncommon encounter. It shouldn't be too difficult to get. I know some people actually go here to single encounter shunt for it, but this thing feels way rarer than uncommon here for whatever reason. I think it's because there's just so many Pokemon. I think it's right here in this location. There's just so many options here that it's actually really hard to just encounter Gulpin. I also have Repel Steps I need to wear off really quick. Yeah, this spot also has Minun, Plusle. I think it might also have Volbeat and Illuminize, but I don't remember correctly. We'll double check. We'll see what's around here. Wingull. Hey, not even too many encounters at all. I'm getting really, really lucky today. Not too many encounters at all, and there's our Gulpin, so I can't complain. That was super fast. All right, Gulpin caught level 13. He evolves in a Swalot at level 26, so I will put him in my PC, and then he'll be leveled up later alongside the other Pokemon I have in there, and that'll give us a Pokedex entry later on. So we have essentially 1 and 2 Pokedex entries stored with Lairon and Aggron, 1 more stored with Grovyle, so that's 3, and then 4 with Swallow. So we have 4 Pokedex entries stored, and we're currently sitting at 224 out of 246 for Hoenn Pokedex entries, way faster than Kanto. All right, next up we have Vibrava and Flygon to take care of, both of which are just going to take a lot of XP training from a Trapinch. Trapinch are pretty easy to find, but the other two are not in the wild. I'm going to go do the Horde location. I believe, yeah, Route 111. I'm going to go Horde that up and just try to catch one Trapinch really quick. It shouldn't be too bad. All right, here's our Trapinch Horde. Really cool shiny hunting location if you're interested. I think in the daytime it's ×3 Trapinch and ×3 Sandshrew, and then I think at nighttime it becomes Cacnea. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong there. Let's actually double check. Cacnea, Route 111 nighttime. Yeah, so that seems pretty accurate. I think that's the way it works here. All right, there we go. Trapinch caught. Not adding anything to the Pokedex immediately. We have to go level that up into a Vibrava and a Flygon afterwards, but that's really good progress to get stored essentially. Into the PC he goes. I just want to go ahead and release this Metachamps. I don't actually, did it have stats? I feel like it might have had, no, just kidding. Didn't have any relevant stats. I'll just sell it off or release it off then. I also noticed that I almost missed something again. I don't know why I keep overlooking stuff in the Hoenn Pokedex, but I almost missed Camerupt. I need a Camerupt, and he has a Horde, Route 227 in Sinnoh. That's a huge pain to get to. I know that. I wonder if there's an easier way for me to go ahead and do this. I think it's going to be my best bet to head over to Sinnoh and climb all the way up to Route 227, but I'm not kidding you where I feel like this might be literally the farthest Pokemon encounter like from any PC in the game. It's so annoying. I hate going to it, but it's all the way up here. It's probably worth doing at least. Let's go ahead and go get our rock climbing Pokemon, whatever HM friends we might need. Whew, okay, we're at least at Route 227 now, so it means we're getting close. I can't Sweet Scent here or anything. I'm actually, maybe I can Sweet Scent here. If I can Sweet Scent here and encounter Camerupt, that's perfect. That's literally all I need. There's Fearow here. Don't need that. Maybe there's also Camerupt though. I don't mind like double checking. Here, let me actually go ahead and check the, we'll check the Pokedex entry itself. So it says 227 Horde in the grass. So it might be here. Do a couple hordes here to check. Okay, 3 hordes later, I'm feeling like it's at a different location. Let's go ahead and just keep heading up the mountain. Actually, just keep heading north. Maybe up here. We see someone else here. There we go. Stark Mountain is the new location. So there we go. Here's our Camerupt encounter. Okay, not too crazy, but it took so long to get here for sure. Okay, these guys are also obliterating my Breloom. Not gonna lie. I think they hit me with some eruptions. Yup, there's another. That'll probably take him out, unfortunately. But that's okay. We can take out the rest of the horde with my Chandelure maybe and then revive him. That'll be some sort of weird strat we do. A Chandelure has fallen as well. Rest in peace, my friend. All right, Camerupt caught. Let's go and see the Pokedex stuff added to the entry. Let's see. No stats. That's okay. Moving on. What a nice big mountain climb. And you know what? I think that big mountain climb is actually going to be a really good spot to go ahead and call just episode 1, okay? We're just ending off here for episode 1. Next episode, we'll be going to catch a Zangoose and adding that to our Pokedex and continuing on. We only have a couple left. We'll see how many episodes we can keep this to. As short as possible is definitely my motto. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully, it was worth your time. Hopefully, it was entertaining or informative in some way. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. I go live. The Discord's links down below for updates on all my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, keep the lights on. YouTube membership, Twitch Prime, Twitch sub, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do allow me to stay full time and allow me to focus on trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later and have fun today.
Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.
Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and if you can't tell, things in PokeMMO have changed just a little bit. The Johto region is officially out, and that has drastically, aggressively changed the actual prioritization and my goal of completing the Hoenn Pokedex. It's funny that this is episode 2. I finished episode 1 a couple months back, maybe a month or two back, and I was a little burnt, took a little bit of a break from that Pokedex completion goal, and now it's been completely reinvigorated. Now I have a totally new reason to actually want to complete the Pokedex. You see, in Johto, the only way to go fight Red at Mount Silver, the endgame piece of high-level PVM content. By doing so, you unlock a ×5 Larvitar Horde, which is now the best way to shiny hunt Larvitar. You also get a weekly battle of making like 300,000 Pokeyen. It's going to be weaved into every gym rerun. It's going to be like one of the best money-making methods in the game. To be able to unlock all of that, you have to complete your entire Pokedex in PokeMMO, as well as beat all of the region's Elite Fours. So,
we have quite a bit of work to do, starting this at 540 out of 604 in total. In Hoenn, we're sitting at 221 out of 237. Now, the big change here is that I also have a ton of other goals going on in Johto, so right now, I'm going to be streaming a lot. My plan is I'm going to record a lot of these clips while on stream. Hopefully that's enjoyable for you guys. You can see chat, meme around, whatever, right? Forehead kick W, Twitch chat kick. What we're gonna do is we are going to try to hunt for all Pokedex stuff at nighttime, see how it's nighttime in game, and we're going to go XP train in the daytime. The reason being is that there is a new Miltank swarm, or a Miltank horde, that I really, really like hunting at. It's the #1 shiny that I want in Johto, and it's actually a really solid XP training spot, so that is hugely beneficial to me. So my goal is going to be to gather up as many Pokemon that need XP training to be able to evolve, such as the Trico I have in my PC. Let's just go check my PC and I'll show you guys. The last time we left off, this is what my PC looked like. These are all Pokemon that we did during Kanto and other Pokedex completion stuff. These are all done with. I'm saving these to sell at the end of the series to see how much Pokeyen we made while completing our Pokedex, which is a really cool little side goal in my opinion. Now, we also have these Pokemon up here, Gulpin, which needs to be evolved into Swalot. We have Aron, which needs to be evolved into Aggron and Lairon for the Pokedex. These all need XP training. I want to essentially gather up as many XP training needed Pokemon for evolutions as possible, and then go do all of that in the daytime while also shiny hunting for Miltank. These 3 Pokemon in my inventory right now were actually used to complete the Johto Pokedex, so I can go ahead and add these to the list of things to sell later on.
Dude, because someone redeemed a Twitch point reward for cast form, and I don't have it in my Pokedex. It's very rare in the Safari Zone. I can't breed it for the redemption. I have to go sit in the Safari Zone for like 2 hours now to go catch this cast form for them. Fucking evil genius type shit. I mean, honestly, it's good for me because I have to do it at some point. This will just go into the this will just be slotted into the Hoenn Pokedex completion series. But this is a clip from stream. But what an evil genius request coming from Shreddingling. God damn it. But you know what? That's okay. Let's get it done. Dude, thank God I did this Pokedex entry on stream, because I 1,000,000% would have just sat in the Safari Zone for 2 hours. But thankfully, since I have chat watching my every move and helping me and correcting me, not backseating, but actually correcting, I can actually just go ahead and get this cast form for free. Well, kind of. How do I do it? Uh-oh. Is this a glitch? So apparently this guy upstairs is supposed to give me cast form, but he didn't. And I've never received it from him, because otherwise it would complete my Pokedex entry. Am I missing a storyline thing? Well, I guess we do have to go to the Safari Zen, boys. we do have to do the fucking Safari Zen after all. Back to the Safari. Woo! Come on, that's so... Oh, this is actually... I caught it. I found it third encounter. Third encounter is crazy stream luck. I've been here for less than a minute. Come on, just catch it. Oh, it's so easy playing PokeMMO when you're a fucking streamer, dude. Oh, the devs clearly are giving me benefits. It's too easy. It actually took me 1 minute to get a fucking easy peasy, fellas.
Alright, hilariously, before I start streaming, I actually have to wait for another video to finish uploading. Johto season's been pretty busy, so I can't really stream and upload at the same time. But we do have some Pokemon to catch and some Pokedex progress to make, so I'm super okay with that. It'll just be me and you guys for a quick second until I can actually start stream. We've got Zangoose to get, Barboach to go catch, Chimecho. I think I actually have a Chingling in my PC right now, and this thing needs, yes, happiness at nighttime, which it is right now, so I'm going to go actually take advantage of that and go get myself that out of the PC, and we'll just take care of that. The Chingling I was talking about, a very, very cool Pokemon. This is actually a UT/competitive that I wanted to make, but I think it ended up low rolling one of the IVs or something, and now I end up having to actually evolve it to be able to rebreed it again, but it has correct nature mod. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. Needs that HP stat, but this is a perfect excuse for me to finally go ahead and just evolve this. It's actually also already at 87% happiness. I wonder if I just did that just passively or as a mistake, or I don't know what. But because of that, I can go ahead and feed this thing 1 XP candy, and that's going to be the easiest Pokedex entry we're going to see today. There it is, the Chingling evolution over to Chimecho, a really cool underrated Pokemon. I don't know what hidden ability access Chimecho needs. I bring that up because I'd be really interested to see this thing become more competitively viable. I don't know if its hidden ability would actually make any impact in that way. It's a really cool Pokemon. I would love to see Chimecho be more interesting and be more impactful. A Calm Mindset would be interesting. I know this thing could get really stupid annoying with like Parashon or D-Bond or like stupid lame sets that get really stally, but I'd be cool to see it. It'd be cool to see it be a little more useful, you know? I think if anyone's favorite Pokemon is Chimecho, you're probably struggling. That is one Pokedex entry done. Let's go ahead and actually go check it over in the Pokedex. Nice to see it lit up green. Let's check the Hoenn Pokedex. 222 out of 237. So what do we have? 15 left. Honestly, not too shabby. 15 left, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, if you count Grovyle. 5, 6. We have 5 already logged we just need to level them up. So we actually only need 9 or something. That's really good, actually. Now, hilariously or unhilariously, however you view it, I do actually need a Bagon because I need to get an OT Salamence and a Shelgon. I've shunted quite a bit at the Bagon spot and passed up on so many Shelgons, but never caught one, hilariously. So I'm gonna go check my PC. It's possible Bagon is one of those Pokemon I actually have a UT for just sitting around in my PC. Yeah, it seems like I might. The UT box lit up. Yeah, it seems like I absolutely might. This Bagon, yeah, this is perfect. Okay, so all I need to do is evolve this, so we can just straight up move this one over to the Dex box. And that's what I call progress, ladies and gentlemen. All you gotta do is some sorting sometimes. You can also throw the Chimecho in here while I'm at it. Okay, a hilarious chain of events is that I need to catch myself 2 Snowrunts, 1 male, 1 female for a Glalie and a Frostlass, and then I also need 2 Clamperls, 1 for Huntail and 1 for Gorbis. Very interesting Pokemon. I wonder why I never had them in my Pokedex. What a surprise. I'm honestly so much closer to completing my Hoenn Pokedex than I realized, though. I think this might be only a 2-episode season for the Hoenn Pokedex, which is really cool. Kanto ended up being 4 episodes. Johto was only 1. This could be a 2-episoder. All right, for the Snowrunt line, I'm going to head over to Acuity Lakefront. The reason being is that I believe I can catch Snowrunt there, and I can also lure for Glalie. So, if I'm lucky, I can find a Glalie while going for the female Snowrunt, and then I can go ahead and evolve that really easily without even having to XP train just into a Frostlass with a Dawnstone. So, I think that's the ideal situation. I could technically go lure for Frostlass as well, but I feel like this should be easier. Unfortunately, I have to travel through a bunch of snow, and this pathing is really annoying, and I'm not a huge fan of Sinnoh, but here we go. At least it's a really cool aesthetic, but it's never been, it's actually fun. I think I also might need Rock Climb, but I think, do I have the Rock Climb Ocarina? I do not. Could I teach any Pokemon Rock Climb really quick? Nope. That's going to be back to the PC we go. Gonna keep my HM friend Swampert on me for the rest of this Pokedex stuff, probably just in case. It just knows a lot of really niche ones. I can also learn Dive, I believe, but rock climbing stuff is nice. All right, we headed west enough. I think this is where I want to start rock climbing. Not that first rock climb spot. That can kind of bait you, but I think you want to head up here, go through here, and this should just be Acuity Lakefront. That's actually like pretty freaking oh, no. I want to be at the lakefront. So not actually. Should I just have hunted back there? Am I actually going too far? I don't think I need to be at the lake itself. Acuity Lakefront nighttime. To be fair, this is also Lake Acuity nighttime. Can I hoard here? Do I have to be in the water? You get Snowrun across the water. This is Lake Acuity. Lakefront. Is Glalie Lake Acuity? Acuity Lakefront. Lakefront. Okay, so for Glalie, we actually want to pop a lure down here. So we actually didn't need Rock Climb, but oopsie whoopsie. I should just go ahead and pop a lure once this repel wears off. We'll just hunt for him right here. I'll see you guys with 1 female Snowrunt and 1 Glalie, hopefully. There's our first Snowrun encounter. Let's see if it's male or female. If it's male, I'm probably just not going to catch it. Perfect. That is so easy. All right, Snowrunt caught. Let's check the IVs just in case. This is the female one. We can just go ahead and immediately... I don't have a Dawnstone. That's okay. Dawnstones should be wildly cheap, if I'm not mistaken, but that's essentially the Frostlass gotten. Yeah, they're a little high right now, which is funny, but 7K. I don't mind paying that. It's totally worth for the Pokedex completion. I'm going to stay here and hunt for Glalie. 5% chance with the lore. Let's see how good my RNG is today. There's the Glalie encounter. Perfect timing. Literally, yeah. And now I can go help this guy with his Pokedex entry, which is nice. Someone wanted help with some trade evolutions. So, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it after I finish the Glalie encounter. So, there we go. Literally the most perfect timing. Let's go ahead and false swipe Spore. Should I not false swipe this? That might have been a little sketch. This thing very well could have takedown / double edge. That was kind of risky. False swipe Spore, and it should be pretty easy catch. All right, Glalie caught 1 Ultra Ball, not too bad at all. Added that to the Pokedex. Now, let's head over, help this guy with his trade Evos, and we'll also go ahead and do the Dawnstone on the female Snorunt and get Frostlass as well. All right, here we go. Using the Dawnstone on the Snorunt, this is going to get us a Frostlass, and that's going to complete that Pokedex entry. Putting our Hoenn Pokedex to, in a sec, I think it'll be 224. I don't think Frostlass is quite there yet, so yeah, 224. We're almost there, fellas. All right, Frostlass in the box it goes. We'll grab these 2 back out. Glalie done as well. These probably will just get released. A lot of these I probably need to actually go sort through. Like, some of the, like, these 2 might just get released. I don't think these have any base value. Okay, Frostlass at least goes for 3K, so we can keep that. Glalie goes for 15K for whatever reason. Huh. I'll take it. Daytime is kind of coming up, so I do want to try to get as many Pokemon to XP train as possible before that happens. I don't know if I have much left for that, though, is the issue. I really don't. Should I work on other Pokedexes intertwined? I really want to separate it, like, per region and have it done like that, but if I were doing peak efficiency, I would technically do that, but it's okay. Nighttime is pretty short in game, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I need double Clamperl. That's the next big thing. I need, okay, before daytime, I want to go get a Zangoose, our Barbetch, and 2 Clamperls. That's our goal. Let's go complete it. I'm just going to do this one. Route 4, very common Unova. That's just so easy to just do. Yeah, I'm just going to go do that. That's really comfy and easy. Is this a glitch in the Pokedex? There is no Old Rod in Unova. What does this mean? Old Rod, Unova, Route 4. There is no Old Rod in Unova. That doesn't exist. There's only the Super Rod. It's a mistake? I got fucking baited by a glitch? Underwater Hoenn we go. No, you guys were absolutely correct. Okay, fair. So I'm going to Super Rod. Chat kind of killed that one. Started from Castelia City, run up north, heading west over here. Who would have thought that there's a little fishing location here in Unova to the west of the desert? Okay, chat killed that one. I'll be honest. You guys were 100% correct. Let's try to Super Rod and see if this actually works. There should be Clamperl here. All right, there's our Clamperl encounter. Okay, I was starting to doubt a little bit, honestly, but we found it. That's awesome. All right, Clamperl caught. Wasn't too bad of a catch. Just 1 Ultra Ball, False Swipe, Spore. The issue is I do need 2 of them, so I have to go for a second one. The spot's kind of strange. It doesn't feel very common here, but that's okay. All right, there's the second Clamperl. Nice, not too bad. I've been stalling for content a little too much, getting distracted, having too many chats about nostalgia and retro games and weird food stuff, but we're making progress on stream while doing our Pokedex, so we'll take it. Hey, we got a Pearl. What is that, 2K Pokeyen? 3 times 30? What are those random ass stats? What? That is very weird. 3 times 30 plus a 20 plus. That is weird stats. So I believe I need, one of these needs a Deep Sea Tooth and a Deep Sea Scale. All right, someone just invited me to a shiny charm, so I have to do this kind of quickly. I don't think I need to trade of all these. I think I just give them to them. Yep. All right, Clamperl. Which does the tooth create? I'm going to guess Huntail. I don't even know. I'm going to guess this is Huntail. And then the scale is Gorbis. Nice. Okay, it makes sense. There we go. Huntail done. Next up is Gorbis. I am actually out of Deep Sea Scales. I'm going to go buy one really quick. There should be really cheap, but we'll see if I regret selling all of mine, because I usually have... Let me just search Stale. Ah, yes, the all caps. Okay, I cannot type. Deep Sea Stale. Oh my goodness. Are people buying them for the Pokedex or something? Deep Sea. How did I spell this wrong? Stale. What am I doing? What is happening? Did someone buy them up so I couldn't get them? Are people sniping me? Why are they so expensive? This is the most expensive Deep Sea Scale literally anybody has ever bought in PokeMMO, but I'm still doing it. That is cringe. Anyways, there we go. Gorbis. Okay, there's Gorbis and Huntail done. Now, it is currently daytime, so it's time to go XP train over at Miltank. But quick update. We have 227 out of 237. Once I catch Zangoose and Barboach, we'll be done, which I can do after the XP training process. So, Hoenn should get done today, which is awesome. All right, already getting an evolution here. Love to see it. Here we go. That's actually the only one we need. Wait, yeah. So I can actually go switch this out for Gulpin. These nuts. Because I don't need Sceptile. I only needed Grovyle. So I already have Sceptile done. Let me go double check really quick, though. I should have actually just... Hoenn. There you go. Yep, that whole line is complete. Awesome. All All right, Bagon evolution Pog into Sheldon. It's hilarious. I've like shiny hunted for Bagon so much, and you have Sheldon encounters in. I've never caught one, hilariously. Nice. Pog. I like Shelgon's design. A lot of people dick on it. I kind of love its design. I love the sphericalness of it. And here we go. The ultimate evolution that chat has been waiting for. Gulpin these nuts into Swalot onto stick. That is another Pokedex entry for us complete. Nice. Let me go heal really quick and put Swalot away because it's taking some of the XP right now. So it's more efficient if I put it away. Heal up, and then more of the XP will be split amongst these mons with the re-amplifier. I need level 32 on my Aeron for Lairon. What is the Vibrava requirement? 35. These things are okay. These things are pretty long levels, but this will be on 300 XP, so that's actually easy peasy. So here will be Trapinch. Lairon will be kind of soon. I think this is what, 50, I believe. Okay. Trapinch will be Vibrava in a sec. We still have a bit of XP grinding here, which is honestly good. I'm shunting here and chilling, so it works out. I think I missed recording the Lairon evolution. We are currently at 232 out of 237. We have 1, 2, 3 more. We have 5 more left in total. These 3 need to be evolved, and then we need Barboach and Zingoose, and we're done hoeing. Okay, quick little XP update. I've been leveling for quite a while. We've got Shelgon at 42, need 50 on that. I think this needs 45, right? So we're getting closer on Vibrava. Lairon is sitting at 37 and needs 42, so fair progress coming along. All right, got the Vibrava evolution. I was a little busy, so didn't get the clip, unfortunately, but there we go. Another Pokemon done. It's probably worth me to go heal and put it away so I can get more XP on the Lairon and the Shelgon as well. So let me throw this in here, and then back to XP training we go. Hey, the Lairon evolution, actually getting it on camera. Aggron is such a cool Pokemon. I'm kind of shocked I didn't have it in my decks before. Like, I would love a competitive Aggron. Not very powerful, but very, very fun. Very, very cool. Okay, Aggron put away. Let's go finish off with our Shelgon. And we only need to catch Barboach and Zangoose, and we're totally done Hoenn Dex. Okay, this should be the last horde for Shelgon. Here is the Bagon evolution. Absolutely love to see it. Nice. Here is my first OT Salamence, which is hilarious. It's so funny. I never had one before this, but there we are. Salamence should be 235 out of 237. I need you to go catch myself a Barboach and a Zangoose, and we're done the Hoenn Dex. We still have a bit more to go. What's our total Dex completion? 554 out of 604, so like what, 50 left? 40, 50, math? All right, there's Zangoose caught. Some decent IVs. I don't know if it'd be worth selling, but that leaves us with one more Pokemon to catch. The fabled Barboach to end the Hoenn Pokedex. Where can we get it at? Apparently we can do Meteor Falls, very common in Hoenn. I'm probably gonna go do that really quick because I'm like right here, so even if it's not the best spot, it should be pretty quick. We have an open slot. Just go ahead. Our pathing. The new pathing with the Johto update feels so good as well. Not bad. Okay, first encounter Barboach. Still difference. You love to see it. There it is, fellas. Hoenn Pokedex complete on that catch. Gorgeous. We have 3 out of 5 done now. Kanto, 239. Johto, 257. Hoenn, 237. Next up is Sinnoh, and we only need 10 Pokemon for it. Unova, we need quite a few, unfortunately. That one's going to be a multi-episode series. But thank you for watching the Hoenn Pokedex completion series. I'm not ending the stream if you're watching the stream, but the video I am ending. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it in the series. Dislike if you didn't. That's totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I upload every single day and usually stream Monday through Thursday, 4 times a week at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you care about that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo allow me to make more videos, make longer videos, shorter videos, succinct videos, stream for longer, and just do more. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and Pokedex completion stuff has changed quite a bit since I've done my Kanto decks, as you might be able to tell by a few hints on screen right now. That's right, Johto is out. Things have changed entirely. There is now a massive reason for me to complete my Pokedex, which is I have to complete my Pokedex to actually be able to unlock Fighting Red at Mount Silver, and that's going to become one of the best Pokeyen makers in the entire game. So now, with much more incentive to actually do so, with much more reward, I'm bringing back the Pokedex completion series. This episode's going to be kind of funny because this should be the only episode for completing the Johto Pokedex, only a 1-episode season, if you can even call it a season, since I only need 1, 2, 3, I believe 4, 5 Pokemon to complete my entire Johto Pokedex. Bonsly and Sudowoodo, and then also Croconaw, Feraligatr, and Meganium. That's it. That's all I need. I've had this question a lot in my videos. Do not worry, you don't need Raikou, Entei, Ho-Oh, or Suicune. You don't need any of the legendaries to count towards complete Pokedex to actually be able to get your ability patch or to be able to fight Red. The reward Red gives are pretty insane. It's around 300,000 Pokeyen and 25k BP. It is definitely going to be weaved into like pretty much every single gym rerun. It's just such high numbers that even if it takes you like 15 minutes to do that fight, it's still worth doing it. Heck, even if that fight took you the whole hour of your charm, it's still worth doing it. You can only do it once a week, which is why it's, you know, kind of balanced and makes a lot of sense. But man, there's a lot to catch up on. Let's go ahead and just start working towards that Pokedex. Okay, first things first, honestly, let's just go ahead and start with Bonsly. I'm just going to go lure and catch most of these Pokemon. Bonsly and Sudowoodo, I actually have to. For Croconaw, Totodile, Feraligatr, Meganium, that sort of line, I could actually breed down to the baby species. This is a similar question I've had a ton recently. You cannot breed for OT. The only reason I mentioned breeding for something like this is because I already have the Totodile OT. So if I caught a Totodile OT, which now it's logged caught OT at one point, and then I happen to sell it or release it or whatever and didn't evolve it, then I can breed down to keep my Totodile OT. I can buy 2 Totodiles off the GTL and breed them and get OT. However, with Bonsly, for example, or Sudowoodo, it's never been caught OT. So I cannot buy a Sudowoodo and Bonsly, 2 of those off the GTL, and breed those. That would come out OT star. Hopefully that clears up any confusion. But if you ever have any questions about completing your Pokedex, please feel free to leave comments, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I do always read every single comment, and I do try to respond to every single good question. Alright, but Bonsly is going to be found over in Ilex Forest, so let's go ahead and fly over to this location. I don't think I'm going to need anything super special to catch him. But you know what? I'll go ahead and grab a Soak Pokemon just in case. Now, it did say on the Pokedex that he was in the cave in Ilex Forest. Now, I'm not super familiar with Johto yet, so I don't know what that actually entails. Is there a cave in this location, or is that a Pokedex error? I'm not sure. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm running around Ilex Forest, and I feel like the cave part might have just been a new, like, region, like, new update, sort of little quirk. I feel like that might be incorrect, but I'll keep looking around to see if there is a cave. Maybe I just don't remember from the storyline. But I'm gonna pop a lure. You do need a lure to be able to find Bonsly here. There's a Pokeball I can grab really quick right here that I missed during the storyline, which is kind of cool. Alright, there it is. So that proves that the cave thing was a little bit of a quirk, was a little bit of a glitch or a bug. So honestly, there you go. Pretty easy. Nice to see we find the Bonsly. Hopefully it doesn't have takedown or anything. That was a really fast, honestly, really fast lure encounter, which is pretty not bad. Should be a 5% chance with lures, so I will take that. I don't remember if he's grass type or not. This might be a huge mistake and a stupid little spore, but no, okay. I wasn't sure if he was rock grass or how it worked. I know Sudowoodo, I always forget is he rock grass? He's just rock. That's what it is. It's one of those Pokemon like you think it's double typing, but it's actually just rock for whatever reason. Probably should be rock grass, but whatever. I'm gonna Ultra Ball, make it really nice and quick, and get ourselves a Bonsly. Huge step in the Johto Pokedex. Drum roll for the IVs. 31 attack. Honestly, that is super solid. I'll absolutely take that. Now, what level does he evolve into? Sudowoodo is the next question, so I can see how much XP I need to do. Level up with Mimic. Okay, so he just needs a move. It's Mimic level 16. I don't know if that catch had Mimic or if I can relearn it with Mushrooms. We'll see. Either way, it shouldn't be too easy. It should just be 1 level up, which is nice. Let's go ahead and get our Croconaw, and I'm probably going to catch a Bailey for something as well. We can just do all of the, we'll do all the leveling at the end, which if you haven't watched my Pokedex series before, that's usually what I do. I prepare and sort of gather, you know, farming and gathering. I gather all the baby Pokemon to the low levels that I need, and then I eventually go ahead and go for the XP training process at the end and just gain a bunch of Pokedex entries. All right, next up, I'm actually popping a Repel to save my lore steps, which is kind of genius, kind of nice. I'm heading over to Newbark Town. We're going to head east over to Tojo Falls for Croconaw. All right, here at Newbark Town, I'm going to surf and head east, and it shouldn't be too far over to... Is it in the water? Let me actually double check. Croconaw. Let's see. Wild locations, Cave, Tojo Falls. Okay, it just says Cave, Tojo Falls. I don't know if that means in the water. It's a lore encounter, just like Bonsly. It should be right here. The cave is really close, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it is right here. The issue is, do I have to run back and forth on this little tile to find it, or is it on the water? Is there another tile up here I can run up on? Can I waterfall up here? I can do that at least. I'm gonna try to find the best location. Okay, accidentally pop off a firework. That's okay. I don't need another repel. Let's come down to this strip. This strip is gonna be the best location for sure. Okay, this strip is perfect. I can practice my catwalk and hunt for Croconaw for the Pokedex. That's just exactly what I want. Moonstone. All right, I'll see you guys with a Croconaw encounter. And only 2 encounters later, there it is. My RNG today is pretty good. No complaints. If anything, that deserves some pretty solid praise. That is very, very, very lucky. Hopefully no takedown. I probably should have checked the Pokedex, but I'm being lazy. Flail. That's okay. It should be a pretty easy false swipe Spore into Ultra Ball. Nice. All right, 1 HP asleep, Ultra Ball. Let's see how this catch goes. It should probably be first ball, but we'll see. Dink. There we go. Nice. Easy peasy. Good catch. Let's check the stats, see if it's anything special. Honestly, one of my favorite parts about playing the Pokedex is just seeing and hoping for good stats. Nothing, yeah, not really anything worth note, but still a Croconaw. All right, I'm going to try to keep my lore steps again, hilariously. I'm going to escape rope out of this cave. We're going to head over. Next up is Meganium. Now, there's no wild location for Meganium, but honestly, I'm enjoying the wild encounters. I might try to just stick it through and go for the Bayleaf. So Bayleaf, Route 48, lore in the grass. I might go ahead and go for that. Also, the Bayleaf is wild level 33, and so if I evolve it one time, it'll be evolved into Meganium. So yeah, that's gonna be super easy. I believe 48 is over here, yeah, over towards that Miltank spot. So let's head over. Yeah, I will say in terms of location, this is honestly kind of a trek. You have to head from Cyanwood Town, then through this little cave, up here, over here. I actually know this area very well because I've been hunting shiny hunting Miltank here quite a bit. So you just loop around. I will say, usually I would go through here. I might have to battle some trainers hilariously. Usually I would go through there, but I might have to like go a bit of a different route or a little bit further to actually get to Route 48. I'm used to 47, not 48. All right, well, now I can say I didn't have to come fight this trainer, but at least you know what? Now I got it out of the way. Let's just do this Pokeball. Quick little revive picked up, not bad. All right, back onto the trail that I normally travel. So normally I would go down here. I have to like kind of go with, if you guys know the location, you're probably laughing at me through the screen. Usually I would go down, and this is how I would get over to Route 47 for Miltank. But I'm kind of wondering if there's something. I'm gonna go double check that to see if there's like anything I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure this is actually not the way to go. But I'm just gotta check my bases. Yeah, there's literally nothing but rocks and the fantastic shiny Miltank spot. If you want to hunt for Miltank, definitely come do that, honestly. But let's find Route 48. So if we head back this way and sneak past this swimmer, a lot more land does open up. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this is probably the path towards Route 48. Another waterfall that I've never climbed up. Let's go up it. Let's grab a free Pokeball, honestly, in a sec. Why not? There's actually a little bit of height here, so I actually can't jump over to that. Kind of interesting. If we keep heading over, I'm sure this will change to Route 48 at some point. Who's this big burly man blocking the path? Just a random Pokeball? Okay, I'm still not seeing the route. I'm going to have to explore like an absolute baboon for a little bit here, fellas. All right, if we head back to the cave where I would normally take the down ladder and go up, I feel like this is the only path I have left. I can't dodge these trainers, can I? Ooh, you actually can, kind of. Now, this guy is going to be undodgeable, so we just tank the fight. All right, looping around this path that had the trainer on it. We'll grab this Thunderstone. You had to go all the way down that super long path just for a Firestone. Another battle. That's okay. We'll eat this fight. Ooh, just kidding. They're blind. Easy peasy. Okay, we keep going. I'm gonna start using my lore steps here. That's a fight I have to eat. Okay, this is the route though. Okay, we did find it. This is also Tauros. If you want to shiny hunt for Tauros, this is the location, which is really, really, really cool. All right, trainer defeated, route unlocked. Now, this is a really good spot to hunt for Suicune as well if you want to go for that. Shiny hunt Tauros here. You can go for Suicune. There's even Growlithe locations here. That's really, really cool. So we have 135 lore steps. If I can do this within that one lore, that would be pretty incredible. If not, understandable. But let's see how lucky we can get in one video. You even have double Tauros battles here when singling with lores. That feels really nice. All right, it took me a couple encounters, but honestly, mathematically, should have taken me more. I think this only took me 16 encounters. I was thinking I was at 34 on this encounter when I started here, which is really, really, really lucky. I probably should insta-switch over to my Soak Smeargle to go ahead and just soak false swipes for that. But yeah, that was honestly really lucky. Like, I was okay with this taking me like 40 encounters since the Croconaw was so lucky. Like, yeah, my whole day so far in terms of encounters has been very, very, very lucky.
All right, 1 HP and asleep. 1 Ultra Ball should hopefully do it. Bayleaf might be a little more difficult. I don't know. We'll see. Should be the same as Crocon, I guess. Ah, okay. 2 Ultra Balls, maybe. All right, there we go. Two Ultra Balls and 1 Timer Ball. Later, we were able to catch it. Hardy nature, no stats. That's okay. Let's go ahead and grab this random Pokeball while we're here as well. Okay, let's pick this up. Just a nugget. Nothing really worth grabbing, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, it's 5k Pokeyen. Pure yen. All right, we've got 3 Pokemon to level to literally complete my Johto Pokedex. What better way to do it than to just go ahead and go train them over at this location, at Miltank. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm pretty excited for that. We're going to go ahead and put XP share. I guess XP share on each of them. Actually, what I should do is go ahead and use my XP Reamplifier. XP Reamplifier was changed in the recent patch, so now the lead Pokemon, the Rampardos, is only going to get 25% of the XP, but these Pokemon will all get 75%. The split is now different, which actually is a slight buff and benefit to XP Reamplifier. I also don't know how much XP I'm going to get at this location. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I would guess like 3k for this horde. They're pretty low level, all 32. Miltanks do give decent XP, I believe, but I'm gonna guess it's like 3k XP for like everything or whatever. It should be hard to calculate. Maybe 3 to 4k. Not a crazy XP spot. More so just a spot that's cool to shiny hunt at. And someone actually wanted me to test this, so let's go ahead and test it. 2 of the Miltanks did live because my Rampardos is not quite high level enough yet, which is a little funny / unfortunate, but that's okay. We only need like 1 level on each of these Pokemon, I believe. Bonsai has Mimic, so only needs 1 level. Bayleaf needs 1 level. Croconaw needs a couple levels. That'll be the difference. Croconaw does need up to level 30. Only 2 levels. Okay, this should be pretty easy. Here's our Bonsai evolution, getting us Sudowoodo, completing the nice rock tree in the Pokedex. I love Sudowoodo as a Pokemon. The fact that he has Head Smash and Wood Hammer in his move pool with Rock Head ability is just one of the coolest things to me. Having that 30 speed really holds him back in that aspect. But hey, you know what? I love me some Sudowoodo. I'll have to run some Trick Room Sudowoodo one day, and it can be a lot of fun, even if it's not that good. All right, there it is. Let's go ahead and actually go over and check the Pokedex really quick. Johto Pokedex completion, 255 out of 257. Only need for Alligator and Meganium. Here is the Meganium evolution. You love to see it. Even if the Pokemon is not very cool, we still get another Pokedex entry. You know what? I'll go ahead and take that. 256 out of 257, just for Alligator left now. Only needs 1 more level, I believe, in actually terms of XP. Let's go ahead and I think it's level 29 now. Only 1100 XP. Yeah, next fight. Here, this will actually be a good fight to show us how much XP we actually get, since it was kind of muddled and confused before with so many Pokemon gaining XP. Here, only Rampardos and Croconaw are gaining XP. This will be a better, little easier math equation. And I'm also choice banned now, so I'm able to one-shot them all 100% of the time. 243 XP. So yeah, wow. Honestly, way more total XP than I thought. So that's 4,800. 4,800 XP is how much you get from this horde. That's around what you get for doing Sandslash / Marowak. That's actually surprisingly solid. That's much better than I expected. For how low level these Pokemon are, Miltank just really do give solid XP, but for them being level 32, that's pretty shocking. That is this will be a great XP training spot, honestly, for me. That actually kind of changes the game and changes how I'm going to be doing the rest of my Pokedex completion. I was going to train over at Tentacruel, but now I can just do it here. That's a really big difference. And there is our Feraligatr. Nice. Johto Pokedex complete. I can now go pick up the ability patch, which I'm sure a lot of you want to see. Let's go ahead and fly over to Newbark over here. So I should just be able to go talk to the professor. I believe someone in the professor's lab. I'm going to look like a total noob here. I think this is the professor's lab, but I could even be wrong. Okay, we nailed it. Pokemon expert, by the way. Yada, yada. You've been helping. Let's see if this is the guy. I think it might be this guy. I'm going to be totally honest. Let me thank you. Don't care. I've done it. Yada, yada. Here we go. This is the person. Here, take this ability patch. I picked Cyndaquil, so we do get an ability patch Fire. Not the most Pokeyen, but it's kind of hilarious. A lot of people picked Chikorita because they wanted to get the ability patch Grass because it's slightly more Pokeyen. But since everybody picked ability patch Grass, it's actually come down so much in price that I feel like it's only, 400k is the cheapest ability patch Grass. It's only like a 200k difference. I mean, it's 200k. It's a difference, but honestly, it's just not as crazy as it once was, which is kind of funny. So I'm gonna go sell this thing off, honestly, for 200k, and I'll take the free yen.
But that's it for me for today. Thanks for watching my Johto completion. Hopefully it was fun. Hopefully maybe I taught you a little trick or something to do during your completion. Hopefully it motivated you. Some entertaining, mildly entertaining background content while you yourself actually grind your own Pokedex completion. If it was, make sure to leave a like on the video to let me know. Dislike if you didn't enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. I upload videos every single day, as well as I usually stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Throughout the Johto process, I'm kind of just streaming whenever possible. My Discord's linked down below if you care about that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo are linked down below, and it's all super appreciated. Have a great day, have fun, and let's go get to Mount Silver. Hey, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. Hopefully it was a positive asset on your day in some way. And thank you to everyone's name who's on this list, who is a massive positive asset to my day every single day. I appreciate you all. Thank you for going above and beyond and allowing me to do what I do. Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and welcome to my Unova Pokedex completion series. Hopefully, this isn't more than a couple episodes. This might end up being 2 episodes. If it can be 1, that would be phenomenal. I kind of doubt it. Probably 2 or 3. We have 38 Pokemon to catch. Quite a lot of evolutions to do. Pansage, for example, rare encounter only. I'm going to go sit in like the forest and catch that. To be fair, I have Pansage to get as well. The benefit is that those guys are like stone evolutions, which is going to save me some time. I have Swoobat. I have a bunch of XP training. Certain catches here and there. Thankfully, I'm totally done on Pheno Pokemon. No Pheno Pokemon are going to hold me back, which is a huge benefit. Even though you see that I don't have Swanna, which is Pheno only, I do have Ducklet. So I can breed a Ducklet, not wait for a Pheno, just breed a Ducklet, and then XP train it. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's just going to be a lot of work and time. This lower section is like all complete as well because it's lower stuff, but let's just go through everything. You know what? One by one, what Pokemon have I not caught in my Pokedex? Pignite, Emboar, Duat, Samurott, some of the elemental monkeys. I've got Swoobat. Not a fan of this Pokemon. It's growing on me over time, but original Temple is kind of funny that I never caught that. I just skipped and went to Palpitoad. Swadloon and Leavanny. Swadloon's a really cool shiny, actually. Underrated shiny. Maractus out there being forgotten. Yonmask, Cofagrigus, Caracosta. We've got Archeops, Trubbish, hilarious, because I shine hunted one for so long and never got it, but there we go. We got Gothitelle, we got Carablast, and Estlaver, so I'll have to do a trade evolution with that. I'll have to XP train a Swanna, Frillish, Jellicent, Galvantula, Ferrothorn, Clang and Klinklang, Fracture and Hatcherus. Speaking of Fracture and Hatcherus, we actually had a viewer send me, this is so funny. I think this was missed, right? Where is it at? This man, like, must have bought an OT Actu of mine forever ago, or something of the sort, and evolved it into a Fracture for me. It still has my OT. So what happened was, he bought my Actu forever ago, evolved it into a Fracture, and then sent it to me, and was like, hey, here you go, evolve it and mail it back. So, like, I'm gonna get a free, I'm not gonna skip out on so much work, because this man already had this of my, it's so funny. Like, the odds of that are hilarious. What else? Electric and Electros. Really, I love Electros. Really cool Pokemon. So glad Assault Vest is in the game to make that Pokemon more interesting in PvP. We've got Mienshao. We've got Bisharp, Durant, and Mandibuzz. Never been a huge fan of Mandibuzz. I know a lot of people like it. Cool Pokemon. Not really for me, but there we go. A lot of Pokemon to cover, so little time to do it. Kinda, we have infinite time. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. First things first is Pignite here at Route 7 in Unova with a lure. Let's jump into it. Let's see how our RNG is today. It should be around a 5% chance to encounter. Hey, there we go. Pignite, not too bad. I honestly have no idea how many encounters that took. I would guess around 20, maybe less. Wasn't too shabby at all. I'm super happy with that. Let's go ahead and False Swipes 4, easy catch. There we go. There's the Pignite catch. Let's see the IVs. We do have to evolve this into a Emboar. I've been back and forth on debating. IVs are terrible. I've been back and forth debating if I want to do XP candies and be super lazy, or just go ahead and do XP leveling. I'll probably do leveling, but we'll see. This needs like 4 levels, for example. I did clear out, so now I have 2 boxes dedicated to my Pokedex completion. Box number 1, Dex, and Dex 2. This is filled with all of our fruits of labor, essentially, and all the stuff we're going to sell or keep. There's some competitive Pokemon I want in here, like the Hippowdon that I made. Some of these will be kept, or the Salamence, for example. But a lot of these will get sold off. They're really cool Pokemon. We're gonna see how much Pokeyen. I'll do a whole episode after completing the Pokedex, selling everything, and essentially just showing you, hey, this is how much Pokeyen I made completing the Pokedex, which is a really cool thing to like. It's like a loot tab, like a Slayer tab in RuneScape, which is kind of cool. I probably should actually switch
these lures for these lures, because I think having the smaller lures during this kind of grind is better, since I'm doing so much traveling in between after actually finding the Pokemon. So it's definitely better I use like smaller amounts of steps of lures. All right, here's our Duat encounter. Not too shabby. Once again, just a couple encounters. Gonna start using these small lures. That'll save me a little bit of Pokeyen, waste less essentially during this grind as well. All right, here's the catch. Let's see the stats. Nothing special. We'll evolve this into a Samurott and probably release it or sell it for base price, I guess. Probably Samurott probably has some sort of base price. Next up is it's the infamous the grass monkey, fellas. I really am not a fan of these elemental monkeys. I like them in theory. I love the first setup of like the Unova gyms and everything. Like the first gym, hard countering your starters. You have to like worry about typing and actually like maybe get an elemental monkey to counter him. But like I just don't like the design suck. I think Simisage might be the best one. Like this guy looks like dog shit. Simisage is sadly the best one. Same with Pansage, I believe. But other than that, man, Panpour, Panseer, they're too goofy. And I love goofy stuff, but they're not really the goofy movie you're looking for, you know? Okay, I can pick Lostlorn or Pinwheel here. I think the pick depends on like what other Pokemon I need. Do I need any other Pokemon that spawn? So Pinwheel is Temple. I can go there for that. Does this spawn anywhere? Okay, so far I'm going Pinwheel, I think. Anything else? This is probably something. Pinwheel as well. I have a lot of Pokemon to catch in Pinwheel, hilariously. This is Lostlorn. We can evolve the one. I think it's gonna be Pinwheel. I think that has to be a Pinwheel W, right? All right, Pinwheel it is. I literally got both of the monkeys that I needed one encounter, but because of that, I can only catch one. That is really, really, really funny. I think I'm gonna get Pansage. I think I go Pansage. That's so brutal. Wait, someone says you have the blue. Is that true? Is that the one that I have? Oh, you're a genius. You're a genius, Daniel. Good shout, man. Okay, actually saved me. Let's go ahead and false swipe here and then kill. Get out of here, the Panpour. There we go. Pansage caught. The funny thing is, it says that it's caught OT in my Pokedex, but it's not. It's actually just, it's owned OT, I think, but not caught OT. So it's kind of funny it tells you that. There we go. One of the elemental monkeys done. I still have to get the Panseer, of course. And I have a lot of other Pokemon to catch. I'm going to be in this forest for quite a while, to be fair. So I'm not peacing out anytime soon. Okay, there's the Panseer caught as well, which is super nice. No IVs. I don't really care about. Honestly, it makes it easier to not have to worry about IVs. So there we go. I think I still have some Mons to catch here. Let me double check once again. Swadlin's only in the dark grass. So I might want to head there. And then I think Temple is over to like the east. Pinwheel, Unova. I think Pinwheel's to the east in a horde. I could go horde it. Let me maybe get Swadloon first. Was that the only mon I needed here? But yeah, let's go ahead and do Swadloon. Do these have lore spots? They're just Phenos. Okay. Yes, let's do... We can also save Swadloon for when we go get Trubbish. There's so many options. Because I have so many Pokemon to catch, which is kind of funny. Let's just go ahead and go do the dark grass. We'll go ahead and go do the Swadloon. I think should be over here. Is it just right here? Is this the dark grass? It's kind of lighter, hilariously. There's someone asked me my thoughts on Gen 6. I'm very, very, very neutral on this. I think like it really does come down to like if the community wants Gen 6, I'm very happy to like also want Gen 6. If people don't, then I don't. I'm happy with Gen 1 through 5. I was the reason I made that video and I did that poll asking about Gen 6 was because there was a lot of people on my previous video. I think it was the PokeMMO like roadmap, like 10-year like future video, and there was so many comments shitting on the idea of Gen 6 Plus. So I thought to myself, oh, for one of the first times, I was like, maybe the community like just doesn't want Gen 6. I was like, oh, okay, let me check. Let's do a poll, and 85% of people, I can actually check right now, 84.6%. 1,780 people voted for yes, and 15% voted for no. 322 votes. So it was like that video, those comments were the definition of like a very loud minority, which is really good for me to know as a content creator and good to like get the community's grasp on things. Cause I genuinely thought that I was like, oh, maybe people just don't want Gen 6. And some people don't. And 15% is definitely a solid, something to consider, but most people do. And that was really good for me to know because I genuinely just didn't know for a second. I had to like really poll it, But I'm very neutral on it. I think the biggest thing, I think the funniest thing, I kind of don't like when people comment things like, oh, I don't want Gen 6 because Megas are unbalanced. I don't like that reasoning because you have to assume the devs are just going to balance that. Like, they're not going to implement Kangaskhan the way it was upon release. That was obviously busted. Like, there's going to be, like, obvious nerfs. Like, this game cares about balance above all else. It's funny to assume that they're going to be implemented. Like, it's like, say, like, Gen 5, we don't have infinite weather. We don't have, like, other busted things. Like Garchomp can't learn Swords Dance. We don't have Landorus T. We like, it's funny to assume, oh yeah, they're gonna implement X and Y in the most busted, unbalanced, unpatched forms. Like, what? Why would you assume that? I don't know. It makes no logical sense. But I think I'm very neutral on Gen 6. I think if the community wants it, that'd be cool. If not, I'm super happy with Gen 1 through 5. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was worth to get the numbers, get the poll, get the, you know, what the idea of what the community might want. Also, I'm really, really curious to see how that number changes. Like, getting that number now versus in 5 years is going to be, I think that's such an interesting comparison of data to me personally. I don't know if that's just dumb and nerdy or what, but I think it's cool. I can just Sweet Scent here for Temple, I believe, which is really cool. This is a great shunting spot. If you want to come shunt a gold frog or like an aqua frog once he's finally evolved, really, really cool underrated shunt here. All right, there we go. There is the Temple catch. I can't believe I didn't have this little froggy guy. Frogs are like one of my favorite animals. I can't believe I didn't have, or my favorite animal. Pechaberry. No IVs. Nice. And next up is Swoobat, which is supposed to be a lore encounter in Wellspring Cave. So this is actually, I thought it was going to be Guidance Chamber. This is actually like pretty easy. So I should just lure back and forth in here. I think there's only one floor. Yeah, okay. First encounter, streamer luck. That's a 5% chance too. That's awesome. All right, there we go. Swoobat caught. Easy peasy. No IVs really. That's okay. On a potion. I need to buy more repels. What is up next is the question. That was a really easy one, man. I still have to do Swadloon. Let's just go Lostlorn Forest, I guess, and just go catch one. I have to go around that location for Trubbish anyway, so let's head to Lostlorn. Okay, I can just hoard here for a Swadloon. I think, what time actually? It might need like day or night time. Double check. Almost at 62k encounters, which is kind of cool. Swadloon. Horde, Dark Grass. I think it's anytime. I think it's anytime. This isn't Dark Grass though, actually, is it? Do I have to go here? No. But it's Swadloon Forest or the forest. Should I just, oh, it's up here. It's kind of a pain. Should I just single encounter for it? Maybe. Do you have to waterfall up here? Can you waterfall in Unova? What? Really? I don't know if I've ever been up here. In this, I think I did in like the original game, but not in this game. Wow. That's really funny. Huh. Well, I guess we clear this horde and catch one. That's kind of so slow, but I'm lazy. Why not? We got it. There we go, fellas. There's our Swadloon. We still have to evolve that into a Leavanny, so we're not done with that Pokemon quite yet. But another one off the list, fellas. Another one off the list. Maractus. The forgotten king and queen. Desert Resort, uncommon. Desert Resort, horde, nighttime. Let's head over to it, fellas. Kind of a little bit of a trek, but shouldn't be too bad. First encounter here, Maractus. That is so streamer luck. All right, Maractus caught. One time 31 HP. Kind of neat, honestly, but not a very good Pokemon at all. Very much a standalone Pokemon as well. So what is next? We've got, I think this might be in the same location. Relic Castle. Essentially, caught Rodriguez and Yamask. I never caught, which is kind of funny. So let's go over to the castle. I think, is it right here? I just go in here, or do I have to like go to the left more? Yeah, I think I'm able to, can I hoard here? Awesome. That's so nice. All right, there's the Yamask catch, 31 defense. It's actually very good. Like, having that stat specifically, I can sell that as a Yamask and make a little bit of profit. I'm probably just going to stop there because I could just evolve it into, I would say Yamask, but it's Yamask, isn't it? I need to correct that, but I think, is it worth going for, is this a horde later down in the castle? Is it worth going for? This is very common, but it might be like way lower down in the castle. I might just evolve my Yamask. I might just go for the XP training method on that. I'd be a little lazy. Let's go ahead and move on. Next, what do we got? Unova. Caracosta. Caracosta is kind of a funny one. I can just go pop whatever fossil. Is it a fossil, is it? Do I have one? I might even have a Tortuga fossil. We'll see. Plume. Is it Plume? It's probably Plume, right? No. That might be Archon. I've popped some Tortuga fossils. It's cover. It's cover for sure. Let's see if I have any. Fossils. No, I do not. So, let's buy a Cover Fossil. Oh, wrong place. Cover Fossil, really, let's go pop it. And then we'll have to. They are kind of expensive, but that's okay. I only need one. So we'll just buy that, go pop it over in, literally in Unova at Crane City. Then we can just go XP train it later. All right, here is the cover fossil for the Pokedex. Nothing happened before this. Easy peasy. Let's see the IVs on this shiny turtle? Question mark? Surely at 61,913 encounters after this. Never lucky. Just kidding. Okay, here's the Pokemon we've caught so far that need to be leveled. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 down here, which are already like just the only entry we need, and they're done. So we're doing really, really good progress, in my opinion. So we have, each of these only have 1 evolution. So we technically have 1, 2, we have like, what, 7 extra dex entries here. So how many do we have left? Unova, 268 out of 297. What is that, 30 exactly? Or 70, 89. So 30 plus minus 7, or 30, or 29 minus 7, 22. 22 Pokemon left in the Pokedex. Not too shabby to like actively catch. Okay, honestly, since these 2 monkeys do just need the stones, I'm gonna go ahead and do them. I was gonna wait for them, but I'm gonna go ahead and get them done with, so I just don't accidentally train them or like just forget about that. So leaf stone for the grass monkey and firestone for the fire monkey. There we go. Simisage, the best of the monkeys, unfortunately. All right, and here is Panseer into the not so good Simisear. Yeah, look at this guy. Come on. And it's like not just sad. I'm sorry to the Simisear fans out there, but he is not cooking, I'll be honest. Okay, we've got the turtle. I need to do Archon as well, which is kind of funny. So I do have to actually go ahead and pick up a actually, I think I have an Archon in my, wait, did I have a turtle in my box as well? I might have actually already had a Tortuga in my box, which I didn't need to, no. Okay, whew, I actually didn't. Archon, I think I might have an OT Archon already in my boxes. Let's see. It might be OT Star. Yeah, unfortunate. So close. So close. This Archon's really cool. I've actually wanted to make it competitive for so long, but the nature fucked up on it, and I haven't fixed it in forever because of that. So, unfortunate. Okay, 1 plume fossil, please. How much are you gonna send me back? 18k. Not bad, dude. I will take it, honestly. Here we go. Plume fossil. Give me the burb. Okay, here's my Archon. Let's check the IVs. Nothing. Okay, back to the Pokedex. I got distracted for quite a while, but we still have stuff to do. Let's go catch Trubbish. That was, I mean, worth the distraction, but let's go get ourselves this Trubbish. I've also shunted at this Trubbish location so much, and I've never caught one, which is funny. I've gotten 2 fail shinies at this location. I'm on phase 3 of Trubbish. I've gotten 2 Minchinos here. I don't even like shiny Minchino at all, or Cinchino, unfortunately. I know a lot of people like the pink mouse, but it's a cool shiny, but it's not for me. And I've never gotten a Trubbish here. If I got another shiny Minchino in the process, that'd be something special. But let's see a Trubbish, please. All right, there's our Trubbish catch. Not too shabby. Easy peasy. Let's see the IVs. Anything cool? Nope, but that's okay. We had Garbodor, but not Trubbish. That does save us a bit of time in terms of XP training, which is really nice. Next up, we have Gothitelle. I'm going to go lore for this. Route 9 Dark Grass. I think it's up here. Route 9 Dark Grass lore. That shouldn't be too bad. Hey, there we go. There's our Gothitelle. It kind of took a little bit, but not too bad. Honestly, just talking to chat, hanging out, and running back and forth, doing the encounters is making it so much nicer as well. So I'll happily take that. I'll go for the Spore and then switch this over to the... I don't have the Soak Pokemon. This catch is actually going to be kind of difficult because I don't have my Soakmon. I thought I did. Let me body slam the Liepard then. This is going to be kind of awkward, actually. I don't have a Soakmon for the Ghost type. It is our Gothitelle catch. No IVs, but that's okay. We got it done with. What's next up in Unova? Let us see. Okay, I can't click, though. I have to be able to click properly to see. We have evolutions there. We've got that taken care of. Reuniclus is a weird one. I can go lore for that. A lot of like high-level lores. Route 14 Darkgrass. You're totally correct. Gothitelle's... I don't know why I thought it was Ghost type for a sec. You're totally correct. It's actually just Psychic, not Ghost type. Good call. All right, here we are at the spot for Reuniclus. Let's see how this goes. All right, there we go. I actually needed this Mienshao hilariously, so I went ahead and caught that. I just found randomly here while going for the Reuniclus. So, you know what? I'll easily take that. Another Pokedex entry down. Okay, and there's the Reuniclus encounter. Not too shabby, fellas. Not too shabby at all. Actually, I should use this one to kill the Behemoth. Back. Strength. This one doesn't have any. This one has no attacking moves, which is really funny. So I'll strength this and then probably just spore the Reuni. Yep, we'll go for that. right, there's the... Oh, Modest Nature is good. Okay, no stats at all, though. But Reuniclus caught. What is up next, fellas? Let's scroll down and see Frillish and stuff. I need to evolve a Swanna. I could breed a Ducklet. Could go breed myself a Ducklet. Yeah, let's breed ourselves a Ducklet and then go ahead and go do care. We'll do it all. I like doing it in order. It's fun to do it in order. So how many do we have left? Essentially, we have all these above taken care of. Essentially, 1, 2. That'll be like the same. So two quote unquote things to do left. 3 quote unquote things to do. No, I'll catch. Yeah, three quote unquote things to do. Sure. 4, I guess. Yeah, 4, 5, 6. This will be really fast. 7, I guess, though. 8, 9, 10, 11. How do I not have a Bouffalont? 12 with Bisharp. Wait, do I really not have an OT Bouffalont on this account? What? I literally have a shiny Bouffalont. It's from an alt account, but that's really funny that I've never caught one on this account. That's actually laughable. Okay, I'm not gonna brace anything. I'm gonna let everything randomly roll, but I'm intentionally trying to make the worst Ducklet possible because this was the cheapest Ducklet on the market, and it's already so bad. I think I'm actually gonna make it better, unfortunately. Well, the special defense could drop. Some things I'm hoping a low roll as much as possible. So we'll breed this up. We'll get this, make it a Swanna, XP train it, and then bam, it's another Pokedex entry done after the XP training. Okay, that's actually kind of awesome. I can just go catch an Escavalier instead of actually having to do the trade evolution, which saves me a little bit of a headache. Also, I could probably go catch the Escavalier and then breed it down, and that'll be OT for both. I'm pretty sure you can do that. So I want to go double check. We'll limit test, boys. Wait, I had no idea you could get Bisharp here. That saves me so much time. That's actually so good. That's actually so sick. It's just take me so many false swipes to lower this thing, but that's actually like really good. Nice. All right, there we go. Bisharp. Got that while even on the search for Escavalier. That's awesome. That honestly is pretty time saving. No good IVs, but that is okay. I didn't have that yet, right? Yeah, that's super nice. Okay, perfect. That's kind of the nice thing about Unova. Braviary, do I have this? I think I might not. I might. Could be owned OT, but okay, no, I have a caught OT. I'm good. Well, here's a Carablast. I should just go ahead and catch the Carablast. The meme is, should I just catch this and evolve it? Or should I stay here and go for the Escavalier is the question. There we go. Carablast caught. I think I'm going to get someone in chat with streamer privilege to be able to come help me with the trade evolution. One time someone defense too. You can just keep the Carablast too. That can be like the trade for your time. So I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much for Mist for the trade. How troll if he just canceled evolution and like I would have had to like go catch another one. Or like that would have been so troll, but there we go. There's the Escavalier in the Pokedex. You love to see it. We're making huge progress, dudes. I thought it was gonna take like multiple videos or multiple days, but we might be able to just separate it into like one big XP video, maybe. We still have a bit left. Let me do it while I'm at the PC. Let me go do, speaking of Mist, carrying the progress. He's the one who gave me the fracture. So I can go ahead. I think it's actually cheaper if I use an XP candy large, and then I can send you back the I think it's 10k XP. It's cheaper if I do this. So these are worth like 7k, and I can send you back the rare candy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the level on this, get myself Fracture and Haxorus done, which is awesome. 2 more Pokedex entries complete, and I'll send you it back with the rare candy. This is such a cool tech. This is so funny. Oh, that is true. If it was, yeah, that is, if you let the evolution go through and just traded me back the Escavalier with my OT, it actually would still log my deck. That actually, even if I didn't see the evolution screen, I think that's true. That's super interesting. Thanks again, Miss, for all your help, man. All right, next up is Frillish and Jellicent. Frillish is a horde. Jellicent is lore. I do them both at the same location. Lore Route 17 and Lore Route 18. 17 very common, 17 horde. Yeah, let's just single encounter there. Let's get a... So, this is actually one of the harder Pokemon to catch in the game. The reason being is that I don't think you can soak them because they're ghost types with water absorb. So you can't false swipe them and you can't soak them, but you can spore them. But like that's like one of the like nichest weird little things. The fact that they are water absorb and ghost types is just super interesting. Okay, Route 17, is that like, where's that gonna be at? Back to this location. I hate this spot, but we'll do it. I think I can literally just find them here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like lure, like right in Route 7, just in this weird water spot, and just see if I can get a wild encounter. There's a Frillish. Love to see it. Oh, I literally got 1 encounter Frillish, 1 encounter Jellicent. That's actually pretty lucky. I think it's 5% for Jellicent here, right? Maybe it's higher, but that's really good. Nice. All right, there's the Jellicent catch. Nice. That was... Oh, wait. That's actually pretty sick. The nature's unfortunate. It's minus special attack, right? But those IVs are actually noted. That can be rebred for pretty cheap. It's obviously not the best Jellicent in the world, but this is a very solid, very, very, very beginner Jellicent, which is cool. This one's modest. Not bad. Alrighty, what's up next in the Unova Dex Arena? We got this done. Galvantula? Can I go catch Galvantula? You can. Lore, Dark Grass, Dreamyard. Don't mind if I do. I always forget where Dreamyard is at. It's to the east of Striation City. Okay, I don't know if Galvantula is here, so I'm literally gonna head over to Mostralton, go do like 1 horde, catch 1, and then just go XP train it because I might be wasting my time. I'm like a goofy guy. Wait, huge. Yo, woofs. Good shout, man. Yeah, I also need a Cling Clang while I'm here. You're actually 100% correct. Good fucking shout. Okay, I can catch Joltik and probably get a Clang or something. Good shout, man. All right, there's our Joltik catch. Still have to evolve it. How much XP? 36 from 28. I'll just XP train that. Honestly, not too bad at all. Damn, there's no way to get Clang or Cling Clang in the wild. You have to catch a Clink and then... Got it. Fair enough. All right, here's our Clink horde. I have to now sit here and smack all of them down slowly. I just killed every Clink in that horde. Ball swiped and spored the last one and then misclicked run. That was so fucking stupid. Oh no. Streamer moment. There's our Clink catch. No IVs. That's okay. We still have to do a lot of it. That took so long, and I still need so much XP training on it. Having Donator status for the XP training is actually going to be pretty nice if I can get it all done. Still on Dono. There's Ferroseed caught for the Dex Pog. I'm going to have to go evolve it into Ferrothorn, unfortunately. I want to just go catch 1, but I'm having... This Chargestone Cave kind of cucked me. It wasted me a lot of time, not going to lie. I made some few mistakes here. I think I have to go back in Chargestone Cave. I've literally been living in Chargestone Cave. I need an electric. Actually, no. Okay, I can... Really? You catch this in the water at a combined bay in town. That's really fun. I would have never guessed that. Route 13. Huh. I would have never guessed that you can find those Pokemon there. Huh. Let's go catch them. That's actually really funny. I would have never guessed you can lure for electric and Electros. People always dick on how I say lure. They say, oh, you're supposed to say lure. Lure. Okay, British people, calm down. I like saying lore. My lore... Let me pop a lure. Bam. Same thing. Same thought process based. Okay, I did end up getting my electric here at Undella Bay, but I do want to quickly note, in the Pokedex, it says you can find it on the water, running back and forth, but I couldn't find it that way. I actually found it fishing, so keep that in mind. I do think that sometimes the Pokedex can be just straight up incorrect, which might be worth noting when going for your Pokedex completion, so definitely something worth noting. There it is, caught and added to the Pokedex. We still have to level this. Oh, this is like, okay, got a stat. Nice. We'll level this up into a Electro. Oh, only no. Okay, I can do that now. Perfect. I love Stone Evolutions. No XP training needed. Oh, that's beautiful. 2 Pokedex entries in 2 seconds. Easy peasy, fellas. Beautiful. I love Electros, man. As a Pokemon, I would love to hunt for a shiny Electros. Really, really incredible shiny. Great Pokemon. Really cool and way more competitively viable now that it has Assault Vest in the game. Wait, I'm actually way closer to being done than I realized, which is a huge relief. I'm getting pretty tired, I'm not going to lie, fellas. But I only need 3 more Pokemon today. I need Bouffalant, Durant, and Mandibuzz, and then the rest will all be XP trained probably tomorrow. So I'm exhausted, but man, did we make some progress. I'm pretty happy with that. Bouffalant, let's go do. I love this Pokemon. I literally have a shiny of it from an alt account OT, which is hilarious. I don't have an OT, but we'll go get that pretty quick. Should be a pretty easy horde. You can't actually spore Bouffalant because it has Sap Sipper, which is funny. I'm going to keep in mind. All right, there's the Bouffalant Caught for the Pokedex, which is pretty cool. Adamant 31 attack is actually really solid. Great start for a Bouffalant breed. Love that. This Pokemon is so interesting competitively. Really, really, really cool. All right, next up is Mandibuzz. Can I wild encounter this? Yes, I can. Honestly, not even that bad. Route 11, Dark Grass, Uncommon. I think I was there earlier. I probably should have stayed for it, but that's not hard of a catch at all. First encounter, dude. The streamer look. Ugh, just a skill difference. It's just a skill difference. It's too good. I totally Ultra Balled early. I just ulted once and just like patterned into a Ultra Ball, but I should have Ultra Ball. I essentially threw a ball too early. Still caught it, luckily. There's Mandibuzz. What's the last Pokemon? I might as well have to XP train a ton of stuff, but that's going to be a whole different process and really easy. So, Durant. One of an underrated shiny, underrated Pokemon, has the ability Hustle and Rockhead. So Hustle's my favorite ability in Pokemon, and Rockhead's my favorite move. Very like high risk, low reward is what I call them, but they're fun. They're fun. Thankfully, you can just fly to this location as well to go catch Durant. It's a ×5 horde you can fly to. There's Deino here and Durant. So if you want to shiny hunt for Deino or Durant, you can just heal up, fly here, and then go in and horde. Perfect. There we go. All right, here we go, fellas. Nice. Dude, that is essentially, I have a lot of XP training to do, but like essentially all the work is done for the Unova Pokedex, which is awesome. I'm definitely going to be able to turn this into like a 2-episode series, which is, I thought it was going to be like 3 or 4 episodes to do Unova Pokedex. So I had quite a bit left, but a lot of them were able to be wild catches. Dude, that progress, 593 out of 604 is awesome to see. But I'm going to go XP Train and Shiny Hunt Miltank at the same time, which is sick, coming up next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're on stream, in the Pokedex video. Thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the next episode of it. Like the video if you did enjoy, if it was fun, if you learned something, if it was entertaining. Dislike if you didn't. That's totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. I usually upload every single day. I usually stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube. Links down below. Discord's down below if you care about that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do help a ton. It's never needed. My content will always be free, but I appreciate those who choose to go above and beyond and support. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Peace, Reno. This Safari Zone is gorgeous.
Hey, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. Hopefully it was a positive asset on your day in some way. And thank you to everyone's name who's on this list, who is a massive positive asset to my day every single day. I appreciate you all. Thank you for going above and beyond and allowing me to do what I do. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and after 10 years of playing this video game, today I'm finally going to be finishing my National Pokedex in PokeMMO, which is a really funny thing to think about. I'm currently 11 Pokemon away, and I have them all prepared. I did all of the work. I have everything prepped right here in my PC. I just need to evolve these 10 Pokemon, and Clink, to be fair, I have to evolve him 2 times, but that is going to create for 11 Pokedex entries. I'm really excited to do this. There's a huge reason to do this now with the release of Johto. We got access to Mount Silver, and that location is just so powerful. You get shiny Larvitar hunting with the ×5 horde. You get the ability to refight Red weekly, which is one of the best money-making methods in the game. And you also get the best XP spot in the game near a PC. So you literally get XP training, shiny hunting, money-making. What else could you ask for? It's a super high barrier to entry, but it is quite literally like the endgame PVM location, or just the endgame location in general, similar to like a max guild in old school RuneScape or something of the sort, or Prif, which is really, really cool to see. So I'm going to be starting off with these 5 Pokemon on the right side. However, I do actually want to handle Swadloon first, because Swadloon's an interesting case. It's actually a happiness evolution, and I double-checked the happiness guide for PokeMMO. This thing needs Wiki or Kelpsy berries, I believe. So the best way to raise happiness is usually giving the Pokemon the corresponding berry to its nature. Nature is what matters. I do have a happiness guide on my YouTube as well. If you're looking for that, it's really helpful during evolution stuff. So 40 is happiness. It needs 87 to be able to actually evolve. So we're at around 20% right now. So what do we need? 60, I believe. So let's just go ahead and we'll do 6, and that might not be enough. We'll see 78. Yeah, we'll give it one more Kelpsy berry. We'll do the trick. 88% happiness, and then I just need to go ahead and XP train that thing once. Or I could go ahead and give it, I might do something kind of funny. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and do this. I didn't plan on doing this, but I want to get this done as quickly as possible. Having the Pokedex entries done as quickly as possible would be super nice. I was also planning on streaming this. However, I'm actually currently uploading a video, so I can't stream until that video is done uploading, unfortunately. So if I can get this done before the stream, it'd be kind of cool, or even get close to the end, essentially, because then I can essentially either just shiny hunt on stream, or just finish the dex on stream. So we need, how much XP? 2,700. Yeah, 3K. There we go. We can just go ahead and do one of these 3K guys on the Swadloon. It's going to be enough to give it 1 level and evolve it and complete our Leavanny Pokedex entry.
All right, there it is. Leavanny. Not a huge Pokemon that I'm really a fan of. I do kind of like the head design, but overall, I think it's maybe a little underrated design-wise, but it's a little clunky, a little jarring. I like the head, but that's really all that's going for it, in my opinion. Swadloon, however, is a super underrated shiny. If you haven't seen it, check it out. All right, next up is going to be XP Candying Duwat, and this Pokemon needs... I don't know exactly how much XP, we'll just have to see, but it shouldn't be too much. We'll try the 3Ks. Again, Duwat, it needs 2 levels is what it needs. So if we give it 3, that's going to give it the 2 levels, get it to 36, and then bam, there's our Samurott evolution. Being lazy with the XP candies, but time is money. Honestly, saving that time is well worth it. There we go. Samurott. Kind of funny, I never had an OT Samurott. Samurott's actually a pretty interesting NU Pokemon. Having access to Sacred Sword and such is pretty interesting for PvP. Has some pretty interesting stats. Very bulky, water type. Just really decent all around. 288 out of 297. Let's do Pignite next. This thing needs 4 levels. I feel like an XL candy is going to be hard overkill, but I kind of want to test it. Let's just do large. Let's see. These are 10k XP. So this is... plus 3 levels. I'll go ahead and do that, and then I can just do that and then use a 3k one. However, I think I am out of 3k ones. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one really quick. I think I need a XP candy medium. It's definitely good with how expensive XP candies are. You don't want to waste them if possible. So 6,500 there. Large is probably not even that much more. Yeah, around 60. Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and do the let's do the medium XP candy. We'll use that one perfect medium on. You also just passively, all of these XP candies that I'm actually using, I didn't buy any of these except for, I bought some of the extra smalls as an investment. Made a lot of money on those, thankfully. And then I also bought the 5 extra larges just in case for this video to be a little lazy. They were like 80k or something for all 5 of them. Nothing crazy, but yeah, I don't usually buy XP candies. You just sort of get them passively from collecting alphas. Look at the eyes on Emboar. You don't notice that very often. That is menacing. Wow, I almost never pay attention to that, but that's awesome. There's 3 Pokemon done off the bat without even having to go XP train. That feels pretty cool. But with these 7, these do have quite a bit of XP left to gain. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab these 5 into the party. These are the 5 that probably should take the longest to level. From what it seemed, they have to go up quite a bit. And I have my trusty Pikachu here. We're going to head over to the Miltank location. This Pikachu is awesome because it has Discharge and Sweet Scent. So essentially, and I have like Teleport Ocarina and Fly Ocarina and like Leppas and stuff. So I can essentially use this Pikachu to just cause the Sweet Scents at these locations and then also do the Discharge to kill them. So I'm able to have 5 empty party slots during this, and then also just turn on my XP reamplifier and let it go to town. I will say the only complication with this method is that if I do happen to encounter a shiny, Pikachu, even at level 100, is really frail. So I do actually have to be kind of careful. If I happen to find a shiny in this method, let me turn on my reamplifier. If I happen to find a shiny throughout this process, I have to be very, very careful and actually play things pretty safe. Spam revives if I need to. There's a huge reason why I have like 50 plus revives on me at all times. The reason why is to actually like be able to juggle Pokemon and juggle revives if I need to in some situation for like a weird shiny encounter. So having a ton of revives, a ton of potions, not only useful for the storyline, also useful for weird niche shiny situations where if I need to permanently revive Pikachu over and over and over again until they miss like an 80% chance move or something, like that's important to have. But I've absolutely fallen in love with this XP training spot. It's, being the Miltank Horde spot, which obviously the Miltank is the shiny that I want the most in the game right now, on top of being a great XP spot. It's such a good spot right now. It's also sometimes worth to just run away from the Eradicate hordes since a lot of them have Sucker Punch. You'll actually slowly get whittled down on your Pokemon. They don't give nearly as much XP as Miltank, and they have Sucker Punch. So honestly, I think I just end up running from the Eradicates and discharging off against the Miltanks. If I were to see any, 3 Eradicate hordes in a row. All right, but there we go. There's our Miltank horde. From this point on, it's pretty much just XP training, so I will just see you guys with any notable progress. Oh shit, here's level 37. On the Archid and the Tortuga at the same time. So there's 2 Pokedex entries right here. That is awesome. There we go. Carracosta. I love this Pokemon as well. Carracosta is very, very cool. I have a really strange Shell Smash competitive set Carracosta. And then here's Archid up next. A very cool Pokemon as well. Archeops. I have that competitive Archeops I've been trying to make forever, but I need to rebreed it. It came out relaxed, which is unusable on Archeops, but there you go. Really cool Pokemon. Really interesting. Obviously, Defeatist ability. One of the most unique abilities in Pokemon. Archeops has really insane stats, but if its HP is less than half, they get totally destroyed. Almost like Regigigas levels of like risk and such. Alrighty, here's the Clink evolution as well. Now Clink I have to get into Clang and then also into Clink Clang. So this one's gonna take a little bit more. What level is it? 49. That's a pretty late level. Clink Clang being 49 is kind of crazy. Alright, here's the Ducklet evolution. Not having to worry about Pheno Pokemon for the Pokedex. Giga Bidoof. Nice. Swan is such a strange, very, very forgettable Pokemon. Weird Pokemon do exist. Okay, once this Ferroseed hits 40, I think I'll be good then to go ahead and head back to the PC. Drop off like almost all my Pokemon. And then I'll be getting a lot more XP efficiently. So if I only have... I'm going to drop off 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll only have 3 Pokemon in my inventory. And more XP will get split amongst those 3 Pokemon. It'll be like a lot faster and more efficient. So that's why. When you're using Reamplifier, you want, I guess, few Pokemon in your party that need XP as possible, essentially. But also as many as possible if you have that many. Does that make sense? Yep. I will say I think it would have been more efficient if I turned XP Reamplifier off. Because I only need XP on 2 Pokemon right now. It probably would have been more efficient if I turned the amplifier off and then just put XP share like on Ferroseed, for example. I think that actually would have saved me a bit of time, but that's okay. Not too much. But good to like take note of if you're watching and you're doing like a similar thing, similar grinding. Like a huge point of my videos is to show people like I make a ton of mistakes and like where you guys can correct those mistakes and like not make the same mistakes that I do. That's like a huge point of a lot of my videos, especially breeding and stuff. It's so easy to make mistakes breeding, even with like so much experience under your belt with it. Alrighty, there's the Ferroseed evolution that I needed. After this is done, man, how much is left? I can go to the PC, dump most of my Pokemon away, and then finish out the rest. It shouldn't be too many. That's awesome. Ferrothorn's honestly such a cool Pokemon. Probably one of my favorites. It's not that high up, but it's a very cool Pokemon in Gen 5. An absolute competitive menace for sure. Okay, the Galvantula evolution. Dude, incredibly underrated. Why do more people not run Galvantula and NU? Pokemon is like, there's a lot of Pokemon and NU where I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of underrated, blah, blah, blah. This Pokemon is like actually, like, I'll say that about a lot of mons that like aren't that good. Because I'm like stretching because I love bad Pokemon. But like this Pokemon's actually just good. Like Compound Eyes, Thunder, Stab Spam, Signal Beam, Stab Coverage, which is like not bad. 108 base speed. You're outspeeding a lot of NU, like important NU threats with that speed tier. Then 97 special attack is like not the best, but the coverage is just insane. I think you get Giga Drain as well. Like this Pokemon is kind of insane. I use it a fair lot, I feel like, back. Do you actually get Giga or no? I feel like you get Giga. You get Energy Ball. You get Energy Ball. You get Giga as well. Yeah, no, this Pokemon is so good, dude. Like, Life Orb Galvantula, man, super underrated in NU. I'll say it. I almost missed the evolution. Here we go. Yamask. I almost missed one of my last Pokedex entries. That's so funny. There's Cofagrigus. A very annoying OU competitive Pokemon. Huge pain to actually clear. I need 3 more levels on my Clang, fellas. Wait, my Clang did just get access to Discharge. If I could can I put Specs on it? Can it actually do enough damage to kill all of the Miltanks here? That would be really, really good. If so, or does it even outspeed? It might not outspeed is the issue. I probably need to go Scarf, and there's no way it outspeeds, and I think I have to go Scarf if I want to try. I'm gonna try this. I might get it killed. I want to try it. I can turn Reamplifier off if I'm doing this as well to just get XP on it. If this works, if I can just kill like one horde like this, I would gain so much more XP. It'd be so much more beneficial. Let's see if I can actually kill them. I don't know if I can.
What's up, man?
I literally do 30% to them. That's so bad. Okay, yeah, this is this is a feed. I'm gonna go run from this battle. Just get back to the Pikachu farm. Okay, that did not work at all. Let's go ahead and go back to Pikachu, and we'll just XP share for the last little bit of XP. We're literally on the last Pokedex entries, fellas. 603 out of 604. I need 5k XP to do it, and that's it. Just 5k XP. Here it is, fellas. This is, with 35 seconds left on the XP charm, this is the final Dex entry that I'll ever need for my main account in PokeMMO. This is the Pokedex completed. Right on the drop. Talk about timing. Oh, that feels good. Whew. Check our time check. 6,644 encounters. Wait a minute. 6,644 hours exactly for 604 caught OT. Is that a coincidence? Clearly not. There's no way that coincidences would happen in life. I don't think so. That's awesome. This unlocked Mount Silver, which then unlocks one of the best moneymakers in the game with Fighting Red, which then unlocks the best XP spot next to a PC in the game, which then unlocks the best shiny hunting spot for like one of the coolest and rarest shinies in Pokemon with Larvitar. That is a big thing to have done. That's awesome. Now we can go for the Alpha Pokedex for fun. Unironically, I do have a lot of interest in finishing the Alpha Pokedex, but the Alpha Pokedex is actually way easier than the normal Pokedex, because for the Alpha Pokedex, you can actually just buy the alphas off the GTL, and it like logs them as Pokedex. I think you might have to breed them, but it just logs them. You don't have to actually have OT, I believe, for alphas. So, anyways, actually maybe this, I don't know. Well, that'll be interesting. But anyways, there it is. It's done, fellas. Pokedex is done. That is going to be it for this Unova Pokedex completion video. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. Make sure to follow the Twitch links down below for streams, usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's links down below if you care about that. And if you want to go above and beyond, support the channel. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo do help out a ton. Hopefully, I'll see you guys at Mount Silver.
Hey, thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video. Hopefully it was a positive asset on your day in some way. And thank you to everyone's name who's on this list, who is a massive positive asset to my day every single day. I appreciate you all. Thank you for going above and beyond and allowing me to do what I do.